I know. Sorry. I'm gonna cover Beverly Hills. Before I do, because the content of it, trigger warning, it's gonna be about unaliving and also mental health check-in because my mental health is not that good right now. With this, situational stuff. But I'm here and talk about it. And I want to talk about all the stuff that's there. For Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm catching up, guys. Hold on. I'm getting there in my groove. So this is Reality with Annamarie. Oh, and I forgot to add on Instagram. I'll do that right now. And I'm doing the Who's Starting On podcast, and that just froze. The Who's Starting On podcast. I'm still there. From my YouTube channel. So if you are listening on the Who's Starting On podcast side, the audio, and you want to see the crazy in person, I hope that I can hear me. You come over here on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm always usually on time at 12:15. Today is just a little bit of I almost didn't do today's thing, but no way, I need my people. So we're live on Facebook, live on Instagram now, I think. No? Yes. And that's the wrong thing. Who watched the show? Who thought it was boring? If you did, get out of the Housewives. I thought it was boring, but it was better than I'm fighting. You know what I mean? What did I just do? Oh, Instagram. Sorry. It's better than fighting, Add it. But Erica got the CUNTY disease or thing. That's what I call it, the CUNTY, since we can't say it on here. So I made up my own thing for it. I don't think she really had it. I think that she just didn't want to hang out with those people. That was my thing. I don't know. Because again, if you got tested for COVID, right? You thought you had COVID and you're around these ladies. Why are those ladies then sticking tongues in each other's mouths? But am I live on Instagram? I gotta tell it to go live. All right, go live. Okay. Hi, Instagram. If you're here. And it looks very blurry, but that's okay. We'll fix it one day. And yeah, so hey guys, hey Shay, let me say hi everybody. Hello Shay, hello Mademoiselle, hello Erin. I saw Mimir somewhere, right? Mimir, hello. All right, well, thank you guys, and I'm sure we'll have other people coming. I hope. Oh yeah, like my wallpaper. I know it's only supposed to be on that wall, but I was like, nah, I extended it a little bit. I just had my hair down, so I just got done. So don't listen to me. All right, Beverly Hills. Okay, I am going to drop the calling link. Oh, come here, lover. I am going to drop the calling link, but I'm going to wait a little bit so I can get through my, unless somebody starts yelling at me like, drop the link. Yeah, so what am I forgetting to say? Make sure you follow, subscribe, all that stuff on Instagram, and Twitter. And I heard that too, Oliver. I heard it too. Just follow me on all the socials. I'm Reality with Annamarie on every one of the socials, Facebook, everything. When you go onto Instagram, though, you'll see the Who's Starting On podcast logo, which is always right here. That's how you know it's me. I'm locked out of my reality that I had for like 13 million years since Instagram started. So if you're messaging me there, guys, Candor, I'm not getting it. Trust me, it hurts me as much as it hurts you. So the funniest part I thought about the show is that Annamarie actually thought that the fucking trip was for her. Oh, I just cursed. Sorry. She thought the trip was for her. Now, it probably was set up that way, but we know that these women don't like to hang out. So now that production, Eighth Housewife, has to make up things for them to do, games for them to play, and places for them they have to hang out. Because you all know that Annamarie's a fucking weirdo, and there's no way in hell that these women are hanging out with her. Sorry, messing with my hair, well, like always. So Kyle wants to take Annamarie, she says. Annamarie wants to go on a day trip because it's her birthday, and every time she's been around the ladies that it's been crazy. I'm sure she's watched the show. Pull you guys closer. I didn't have the time to really do my lighting, but it looks green, doesn't it? I needed the blue, but yeah, like I actually would be okay with Erica dating Oliver. I don't think I thought it was gross when she just wanted to, he was married and all that crap. But now that I know that he's a little sleaze and he's not as a husbandy as we thought he was, God, this is annoying. God, I can't wait for this thing. Guys, wait, you see the couch I got? Wait, you see the couch I got to go with this wallpaper, but it's gonna be over there. And the sign, I have this big neon sign with mine that says Reality real big. I'm like giving it, yeah. Yes, God, yes. But listen, Oliver's a sleaze, right? We know that now. Erica looks cute. As much as I can't stand her old Erica, I'm okay with the Ozempic Erica because she looks younger. Somebody tell me stop messing with my hair. Just tell me. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that happened. So Kyle and Crystal are Kyle's. They're talking about going to Ojai for the day. So there used to be a show called something like All of Us or something. It was like 11 kids, whatever. They lived in Ojai. And you know what I thought it was? Ohio. And they were just saying it short. I never realized that Ojai was actually a city in California. It's a city, right? Like you go to Ojai for the day. I don't know. It's weird. But it looked cool. So Kyle and Crystal, they're in Kyle's. They're talking about going to the Ojai and a day trip. So yeah, we get to a Sprinter van that they have to take. And it's like Sprinter van. I don't know how anybody doesn't have PTSD from a Sprinter van, especially in this group, because we know that there's cameras everywhere. They lie though, weird. But like, I hope Annamarie acts a fool in the Sprinter van, because Sprinter vans, I think, are like the place for people to argue and fight because they have to hop over each other. And then you see other people trying to like intervene, but like there's no getting out of getting in the middle of something when you're fighting on a Sprinter van. Anyway, so pivot to the Sprinter van. So Sutton and Garcelle are in the one van, and they're talking about dinner that she had the night before, Garcelle with Dorit. And she just tells Sutton that, we're just going to move on. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything else about it because I feel like Garcelle probably does. It's just not, she said she shouldn't have to educate her, and I don't think she's going to learn. But it doesn't matter. That's just whatever. Oh, let me put my alleged thing up. Jeez, Krista. Let me put my alleged thing up. And also, I have something else to put up. Banner. Hello, fam. I see you is watching me. My stepmom. Suicide, right? I know what's the alleged one. Put the alleged up first, and then I have the suicide thing I wanted to put up too. Where can I have that? Let me just put that up for a minute, all right? So, because in this episode, at the end, we talk about Lorraine, which was Kyle's best friend, that I didn't realize how close. I didn't even know her. I remember seeing her a couple times. I didn't realize she calls Lorraine her second half, right? Which is awesome. I mean, Maureen was my second half for a little while. I get it, And then when you lose that person, in the way that she did, and it's so final, like, that's where I get grace for Kyle this season, but not really, because I know that's a situational depression. But what she goes through with Mo is fucking horseshit, and I don't think that I think that lady was right. I think because when he didn't show up tonight, that just showed you that the emotional connection, that he didn't think it was important to be there. Why does he have to listen? He's at work. The dude works so much. You don't think that that's the day he should take off or he should be there? Yeah, I don't know about that. But and look, I was in the mortgage business, so you don't have to be there. Like you break your own goddamn schedule. So Sutton and Garcelle. Okay, so they go to Kyle's where Annamarie are and Crystal, and they say their hellos, and it's a fake old shit. Is Erica going to be here? And they say no, she has got the CUNTY disease, or she tested positive for CUNTY. We can't say it here, so yeah. And I don't believe her. I just wanted to go. Listen, I feel like they all use it as an excuse. All reality stars use it as an excuse not to go places if they don't want to. But hey, who am I? Because listen, the ladies were putting tongues in each other's mouths, and like after that, and if you're around someone who has COVID, to me, what I remember about COVID is that you wear a mask, you get tested, even if you're around the person and you get tested or you don't get tested. I don't think you should be around people. Whatever. I don't leave the house and I don't go out in public, so I probably don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so yeah, that's Erica. So now they're in the Sprinter van and popping bottles, which is weird. It's the beginning of the day, so I guess they're day drinking. Well, they are day drinking. Yeah. And then Sutton tells everybody about Steve and how Steve's been at karaoke and he's been texting her. I think Steve's cute. I know somebody said he was an actor or something, and I'm like, I would suck. I don't think she would let that happen. I think, hi, Lauren. I don't think that Sutton would do that. Like, why would she do that? It's just, she's looking for love. Like, why even mess around? Especially mess with us, because they made it seem like they're like a good couple. Oh my God. I promise I'll be still soon. I'll sit still soon. But anyway, so I like him. I hope that it works out. I kind of wish that he had went to the thing. Maybe she would have asked him to go to Lorraine's celebration of life, maybe. But maybe that's just something too serious right now. I was thinking the same thing. I just didn't want to say that. But I was going to get to the part where she was in the confessionals and what she was saying. And I was like, you know what? You wouldn't notice if something was wrong. And I hate to sit with your friend because you're so focused on yourself and, you know, what your husband's not doing or doing, that you didn't realize how your friend, and maybe nobody realized that. I don't want to speak for Lorraine or Lorraine's family or her situation, but I just don't feel like Kyle was present in a lot of her friends' life, especially if you call her second half. And yes, that too. And she had all your kids, like she was your second half. She was on all the documents that Mauricio should be on, that's what it sounded like to me. Anyway, yeah, so we got Kyle, day trip. And you know what? They seem happy. This is the first time I've seen them actually happy for somebody in the group. When Sutton was like, I got a second date. And they were like, yay, happy and all excited. And then there was another scene too where they did that. But and I was like, oh look, they're finally taking a page out of Miami's book. Yeah. And then also too, guys, Mom said that, you know, you want to find out more information on her. I did go on Reddit because Reddit's the evil twin of Twitter. I wasn't looking for bad stuff. I'm just looking for anything around that time last May when, and see what Kyle was doing back then. Like, where was she in May? Like, was she filming or, you know, not that it's my business. It's very like disturbing, I guess. Not disturbing, but when you don't know and it happens, like this is like I've had my two best friends have done the same thing unalive, and they did it with the same thing that Sutton's dad did, and both times their mom had to find them, and then the second time M found her sister. So that was my best friend. So M, that you guys know of, most of you know of, I can't say her full name. Her sister did the same thing when she was 27. We were 27, and that broke us. So that broke me. Like, it's not, people are like, oh, time heals everything. No, it just means you just learn to live with it. Like, you just have a new normal. But I lost one friend at 19. She did the same, she did that, that rocked my world. That was the first time I lost anybody. And then in such a tragic way. We were still in high school. And we get a call in the morning, that my friend Jamie did that. And then it's been, oh God, I don't know if she was 19. We're 46 now. And her sister, my little sister, she has a daughter. Looks just like Jamie. And then Nicole. I mean, they were just both gorgeous girls. It just sucks because I look at Kyle's friend and her age, and it's like, sometimes you just don't know. I mean, these are girls that they always, said that they were going to do it, said they were going to do it. And that's the worst thing. The second person, my best friend Nicole, she said it right before that. And we said the same thing that we always said. We said that effing do it then. Effing do it. Here's my sister. She knows what I'm talking about. I don't want to keep talking about it, but you know about Nicole. We're talking about Nicole. M's sister. I can't say her name, Tim. But there's my sister. I know. It's like, it just rocks your world. And you're like, wow, like somebody our age. And like, it was crazy. It was really crazy. But anyway, did I put the suicide thing up? Yeah. And then we'll get into the mental health stuff later. I just have the ideation. What's called idea? I can't even say ideation. Suicide ideation. I used to anyway. I didn't know that was even a thing. I always thought about it, but it was more of like an attention thing for myself. Like, that's how much pain I'm in. That's how I feel. I don't want to leave. I just want to end the pain. And I mean mental pain, but like that was when I was younger. And yeah, like I said, we'll get into the mental stuff later. But yeah. So anyway, that was awesome with Kyle. With Sutton and Steve and him texting all the time. So they just like pivot right to them shopping. And Kyle's telling everybody that what did she say? Was it Kyle? Oh, freaking stupid. This thing was so stupid. This whole scene thing. I love you too, Shannon. I do. I love my sister. Like, I love my sister. She's literally like my best friend. And it's weird because we were literally like been on, like, it's weird. She's always been my best friend, and she's always known every little thing about me, even when we're not getting along. I still like am trust to tell her stuff. It's weird. And that weird is just like, I've, between friends and my family, like right now, my family are my people, and you guys, like, sorry, I'm being mushy today, guys. I wasn't even going to be here, all right, but I'm here. So, all right, let's get back into it. Krista, shut up, stop talking. Oh, and remind me, guys, I want to watch Saltburn. Don't, side note, Saltburn. My reminder just came up. Okay, so they arrive in Ohio and they go shopping, and Annamarie asks, who's the biggest shopper in the group? Kyle, of course. And then you see Kyle say in the confessional, I shop. I don't want to shop. I like to buy something every day. And I was like, oh my God, I do too, Kyle. But it's a problem for me because you're rich and I'm not. But I get it. Like if I buy something every day and it's either, and like her, she said, she's like, you're on your phone. I don't leave. So COVID, oh, I just said it. CUNT made it very easy for me to shop from my phone. So even my groceries get delivered. I get my toothpaste delivered. I do leave the house. You guys know I like my yard. I do leave the house, but I just ask my sister, I'm like at a 2-hour window. About 2 hours, you can notice me getting antsy. I start to like shut down and I'm like, I just gotta go home. It's so effing weird. It's just the energy. It's you all. It's not me. I'm good. It's you all. Pull yourself together right now. Shut up, bitch. All right. So Kyle says on her confessional, yeah, about buying things every day. So this is one of my thoughts, this part. So this like it's turning into a franchise, right? Oh my God, Krista. Where they have to literally make things up for them to do and hang out, and they don't want to get together. And this is the thing. This is where it gets toxic. We know that it's toxic because they don't hang out. So they make up things for them to do where they have to drink and they end up getting in a fight. And that's just what it is. And I don't believe I was Annamarie. Nobody wanted to be with Annamarie. Also, on the after show, Annamarie's by herself. She's doing her confessionals by herself. Or not confessionals, but which I was like, nobody wants to fuck with her. And, the fact that did she present herself as a doctor to us? Or was that just what they told us? Because I feel like they told us she's a doctor, not her. So I don't know. But she's losing her mind. She's out of her mind to think that she's going to sit there and question Sutton's narrow esophagus, guys. I have a narrow esophagus. That's why I don't swallow, remember? My narrow esophagus. Just saying. But oh my God, sorry, I'm trying to get this off of here real quick. So yeah, all right. So that the whole like the first part of it was like, I was all right. I didn't really I was like, I don't know. Somebody told me it was really boring and they were gonna come. Candor said it was too boring and he's not gonna join us today. I was like, oh, you suck. But that's what happens. They get into a fight at the end of the day or end of the thing. Usually. But I don't want to say this because Erica wasn't there. But guess who was? Guess who jumped out of Kyle's purse? Guess who jumps out of Kyle's purse? Freddie. She's like, oh, a Bravo camera. I'm going to jump in Kyle's purse. And then I'll jump out of it and tell everybody that I'm a Nat. She literally says, hi, the Nat's back. This is what I think. She thinks since Denise messed up so bad, Denise fumbled so badly, that she's going to like try to get in now. I mean, Freddie and Helen can't. Andy doesn't want you. We don't want you. Okay? I'll say to him, we don't want you, Freddie. Fetch ain't happening, bitch. Stop trying to make it happen. Kyle, please stop trying to make fetch happen. Don't get me back on my fetch shit because that's when I get mean with this chick. She's out of her effing mind. Nobody wants you there. So the camera didn't pivot to Freddie all night anyway. But I'm skipping ahead just because I just want to let you know that she jumped out of Kyle's purse again in case you missed it. Because they only showed her one time. Okay. So they get to the winery and they actually get to the place where they're going to eat. And Kyle is the only one drinking with her because she's sober. I know that she said now this is what I heard, but I don't want to say, I can't pull up the clip, but she said she's on Adderall. So, you're watching. Yeah, I know. You can go, no, come over to Facebook. I mean, I'm sorry, Facebook. Shine, come over to YouTube. You'll see everybody's comments. Everybody's over here. It's weird because you're like commenting and it goes in the comment section. I wish the chat would like go like this is, but anyway, never said. I said I was wondering. Okay, I was wondering if we said it or like who said it. Not because it's embarrassing, to lie like that. But she wasn't lying. But so, we're like, so dinner confessional. Oh yeah, it was boring. They go to the winery. They drink a little bit. Kyle doesn't drink. Allegedly, like I said, Eric has CUNT. And the Sprinter van, Steve, all that crap, Annamarie. Oh, okay. So at the winery, when they're walking around, I'm not going to say it. I have to say something about Kyle, but I don't want to say it. I feel like Kyle's all right. So when I said she's on Adderall in her confessional, so they go back to a confessional when they're walking into the shopping place or whatever, and she has the Ozempic lip thing, and like I don't know, guys, she just looks very alert. She looks very alert. I'll put it that way. But yeah. I said it looks like she's on drugs or something. And I have to pull it up so you guys don't disagree with me. So when they go sit down, okay, they go to sit down at this dinner. And so far, like I said, everything's going good. But the confessional, we know that when Kyle pulls out that little, no, stop making, you're mean. You're bad. You're bad because you're bad. Well, look, she admitted to being on Adderall somewhere. I can't find it where as a prescription. So I'm finding that, yes, that and I'm not taking anything away from her not drinking. She probably didn't have a drinking problem, so it wasn't that hard. But it's easier. It's like addiction transfer. It's easier to just transfer to something else. And I'm just saying, she just looks, I don't know. We're used to everybody tearing each other apart, but you know. So, and she also said she doesn't feel connected, I don't think. Like, she said she doesn't feel connected to LA, which I thought was weird. See, she wants to live away from everyone. She said, and I like the winery where it's at, but I don't know. I feel like Kyle's trying to tell us that, first of all, Mo wasn't there. Second of all, he's not going to leave Los Angeles, right? We know that. And you know that Dorit should probably follow Kyle, because the fact that she tells us that PK, oh God, what did PK say? He called her obnoxious and shit. Oh my God, I can't wait to get to that part. Yeah. Look, I mean, I think a lot of people have it. And to see what she said, Adderall. I was like, oh my God, like 2 housewives in the last couple of months have admitted to it, which I don't know. It's not bad. It's not a bad thing. But, yeah. So she said she doesn't feel connected to LA, and things that make her happy are her dog, which is, what's his name? I forget his name. That old dog she has. And, she just said the dog, I think. Oh, and taking walks. So when they settle at the table, and I think by that time, like, everybody's drunk, but they try to play this game, and it's called, well, they have spinach, strawberries, and shit. So girls' night out, right? So they were taking the strawberries and stuff, and they were like dropping each other's mouth, and they were sticking each other's tongue. It was these weird things like, oh, let's talk about scissoring, and let me show you how to scissor. Like, what in the world? Like, social media is the one who, social media is Storm's. Yeah, it is Storm. It's Storm. Social media, we're the ones that said stuff about Morgan. Kyle admits now she does this stuff with Morgan on camera as a joke to fuck with us, right? So she's talking about scissoring and stuff, and I'm just looking at her like, you're a fucking bitch. Because while they were filming, it came out that she wasn't wearing a ring. So she's like, oh, we're filming now too. And the girls are giving me a problem about it now too. So she already knows that we are accusing her of sleeping with Morgan, which I still don't think is a thing, because Shan, did you watch it? Well, looking at Morgan, she looks so young. She just looks way too young. And it just seems odd to me. Like, I don't know. If she's not going to tell us that Morgan's her daughter or sister, then I guess they're just friends. Yeah. Oh, well, they talk about the husbands too. That's right. Sorry, guys, I'm trying. So they ask a question like, what is your major like thing with your husband, or what do you think about husbands following people on social media? Some fucking weird question where basically she can say, oh yeah, me and Mo have that issue too. I can't stand it. You know, oh, and then we find out, newsflash, guess what, guys? You're going to be so happy. Guess what? Mauricio is not the aggressor. It's not his fault, guys. It's everybody else. It's not Mauricio. So Kyle, good for you. Good for you that it's not your husband and everybody else is the aggressor, not him. She's like, and when she says it in her confessional, she says it so, you know, it's not him. It's not him. They know he's married, but he shouldn't call him back. He's like, they're so aggressive. I'm sure they are, Kyle. But I don't think when they find out what he likes and what he's into, I think you can have that dude back. You can literally have him back. He grosses me out. Everything he does grosses me out. Now, I used to think he was the hottest husband on the Housewives in the franchise history, besides my Frankie Catania, besides my Mr. Catania. This dude is gross. Kitty bowls and all that shit. Don't make me pull it up again. But you know what? He's not the aggressor. So, oh, great. Wonderful. Okay. Whatever, Kyle. But I mean, she truly believes it. But she is having a midlife. I think that, well, like, the midlife crisis, I don't think is the thing. I think she's finally realizing like she doesn't have to deal with this shit. Maybe she had an agreement with him before, maybe. She never got to, nobody's ever questioned her about it. So she got away with like not having to talk about her marriage for 13 years. But it doesn't matter anyway, because Mauricio, it's not his fault. He's not the aggressor. It's us. It's all us. Yeah. And I know. Listen. I'm watching this entire thing and I'm trying to pick it apart. We'll even pull up the clips because I'm trying to watch it. And Morgan and they do look at each other like they want to be together. Now I'm jumping on that bandwagon. They want to be together, but it's like, we've been together, but like we can't. We're trying to hide it here. Kind of weird thing, right? Yes, it's weird. She's so young and like they're so different. They look. Even the way she dresses. Morgan still dresses like she's in Nashville, which is fine. She's hot. I love the way she dresses. I love her tattoos. Her voice creeps me out. And I'm like, I'm not going to say that. That's mean. Her voice creeps me out. It's like, and her accent. Thank you. I love it too. It looks very green right now, though. I have to get the lighting right. Once you guys see the couch I got, you're going to love it. It's all blue velvet. It's like it looks like it's like a 60s thing. I think it's called, I don't know what I don't know what I'm trying to say, this style of it, but it's like mid-century, modern century, something century. My brain doesn't work. I'm Teresa brain. Oh, speaking of Teresa, real quick, shh, don't tell anybody. I'm gonna side note real quick. Don't tell anybody I'm saying that. So shh, this is a secret. Keep it between us. The podcast, Melissa and her not getting along. Louis wants her to fire. Louis wants the podcast to be just Teresa. The Namaste bitches. He also is trying to get her to fire Jim, the lawyer. Unless you didn't hear that on Dana yesterday, I got more info after that. Louis accusing her of sleeping with Jim, the lawyer, the one who's like her best friend, the one who like did everything, the one we always see, the one who was at Watch What Happens Live with her and Louis. Listen, if that's not tripping everybody off, that is the last person that she has left that can stop her from doing anything illegal or like warn her about anything. She's going to get rid of Jim, guys. And she's going to get rid of Jim. She's going to get rid of Melissa and the podcast. Okay, I side noted. Let me go back to this. So, yeah, randomly Kyle says that to anybody, this is the whole thing on social media, guys. Please don't make clickbait on this. It's just because she said it, she regrets it. Kyle says, how would anybody else have a lesbian relationship or anybody ever think about it? Kyle says, well, yeah, I've thought about it. And Garcelle says she's thought about it, which is cool. And the rest of them, I think, said no. But that was before they started to wrestle and scissor and put tongues in each other's mouth. Why other one has the CUNT? It's like, what the hell, man? And she like Kyle. Okay, so then she comes up and she's in her confessionals. This is where I was talking about this confessional, and it showed up earlier in the thing, but it's like she's like a 12-year-old and she's got her a ponytail and stuff. And she's just like, I don't know. She said, basically, so remember when the psychic said that her kids were not going to fulfill her any longer once they're out, I'm sorry, Mauricio is not going to fulfill her any longer once the kids are out of the house. She says it right there. She says, now the kids are growing up. I don't have anything to do. I'm bored, blah, blah, blah. This is where I want to be. And, I'm making changes. And it's really different. This is exactly what that lady said. Well, I want to say her name, but I can't remember. But I want to cite her, but like her, the psychic that does everybody that was told Kyle that her marriage wasn't going to last 13 years ago. But hang up. So they pull out the cards, all that tongue in the mouth shit. Sutton, oh yeah, it was Sutton that put her tongue in Crystal's mouth. I don't know. I was completely disgusted. I said, I'm completely disgusted. There's fucking scumbags. That's just me. Did you ever hear the C word? That's what I'm calling Cuban. Sorry, guys. I just messed myself up. I said it, and then I said it. Yeah. So then the best part about it is when it's over and Kyle is inviting everybody to the celebration of life event, which I thought was amazing and beautiful and all that. And just really, I don't know. I cried because I was watching Lorraine's mom, and yeah. Imagine like a year out from that, like that's the first year where you realize that, like, the holidays come and like they're not just away, they're just like, oh, they're like gone. Yeah, I think it was just Jamie's birthday recently too. See, now it's like so many years later. Now it's like I forget their birth dates and I forget other things, and it's like, and I remember like a week later, and then I feel bad about it. Allison, that's right. And then like, God, between me and my sister, you know, people like, and we've lost a lot of people to, you know, overdoses. I mean, my brother lost all 4 of his best friends now. Like his other one just passed away a couple months ago. Shannon's news. Like, drugs are still killing people, but so is mental health. And to me, it's a mental health problem. Yeah, she was. To me, it's a mental health problem. I think most of us are self-medicators. And I just mean like addicts or, you know, people in recovery. We're self-medicators. I mean, if you just get high for fun, then you're not really an addict. I don't think, like, you're just having fun. You get like people, like, they drink on the weekends and nobody ever talks about it. They're fine. And it doesn't ever, they don't make it a problem. And, you know, it doesn't negatively affect their life. So, but like the people that we've lost, like it's still for a while it got numb, like I felt numb to it because it was happening so often. And then one just happened recently. I don't want to know, Tinny, let's call him Tinny, and it just completely, I was like, wow, it just, that one hit me really hard, Shannon. And then there's so many, but like, yeah. And then when you get older, like Kyle said, you know, she's not going to have, you know, all the stuff that they're going to go through, like weddings and stuff, and, you know, having kids together and all. Like, she's like, we're supposed to grow old together and all that. And that's another thing. Like, you just wait, you know, like you're like, oh, we're going to grow old together or raise our kids, blah, blah, blah. And then, and just all of a sudden the other one's not there. It's like the finality of it. And then you think, like, if they would have just held on, like the problems we had then are not the problems we have now. We have different problems. And, you know, I feel like sometimes, you know, the problems I have now, like even if it's just 1 or 2 mentally, it's enough to make me want to take myself, you know, out, you know. And I say that only because I've been suffering my whole life with this. It's like I can't control, and I don't take meds for it. But, you know, things will, like, I'll be okay. Like, I feel like I'm okay. Like, don't, you know, I don't have to worry. But like right now, it's hard for me to hide it. And it's just my mental health. Like, if something triggers me, something happens that's not out of my control. And I realize, oh my God, like how stupid I was. And I go through the whole thing. And that's when I start to think, I get really down on myself. And it's like, it's me. It's got to be me, you know, because it just keeps happening. I'm the common denominator. So, you know, it's like I guess this stuff triggers me because we just watched it with Salt Lake City, even though that was cancer. It's just, I don't know, just watching people suffer like the way that they do, and you just know, like, that's the way out. And it's, you gotta, like, I think about Nicole and Jamie, like how much pain, I said how much pain they had to be in to do it the way they did, and to do it period, and then to do it the way they did. It's like, I feel bad. I can't even ever like get mad at them because, oh my God, like that's the amount of pain they were in to do that. It's weird. I feel them here right now. I feel Jamie. But anyway, so back to Ojai. And back to Beverly Hills. And Garcelle's, we go to Garcelle's house, which I love Garcelle's kitchen. And I love her 2 kids. I think her 2 kids are cute and adorable. And I think they're having sex. And I like that Garcelle's so effing cool about it. Yeah. See, here I go. I know. Remind me. Can you remind me not to talk about myself right now, please? I got to stop doing that. I have a best friend I consider my sister. We don't talk to her either. She probably thinks I'm trash too, but whatever. I've forgiven, like, all the people you know that I don't speak to. I've forgiven them all. I'm good now. Now it's like, whatever. Forget about what I'm saying. But yeah, Jade and Jax come over, and oh my God, Jax asked Garcelle if Ashlyn could sleep over. They're 15. Remind me at 15 if that's okay. I don't know. I guess saying no, she probably should have said no, right? And probably had to ask the mom. But they're probably already having anyway. But I think, yeah, sleeping over at 15, let me change my mind. That's not a good thing. But she makes lasagna for dinner. And the other one starts to eat cereal. And then they start to have this conversation, which is awesome. And Garcelle's like, you're going to college soon. And I don't know. She's like, your guys aren't going to be here. And they're just like kind of looking at her like, because they're 15. And then she's like, they're like, it was about sex. I don't know. And She's like, well, since you want to talk about sex, let's talk about sex. And I was like, oh God, I know. And like, yeah. And like Nicole, she said to Keith on the phone, like, I'm gonna effing do it. And me and Melissa were at Keith's, and Keith's like, she's gonna do oral, and Melissa's like, no, she's not. It only took 5 minutes to get from there to here to there, and Melissa drove, and that probably broke her then too, and broke us too. We were like almost inseparable for a long time. Not after that, we didn't talk after that for a while. It took a while, but once we did, we were inseparable. She's still here. I feel like I've mourned her death because I was mad at her for so long, and now I'm not mad at her anymore. And now I kind of miss her, which is don't yell at me, guys. I'm not gonna have a nervous breakdown over. I'm over crying about her. I'm over having my little like breakdowns. I'm not bitter. I kind of miss her, which is weird. I don't know. I'm going through some shit. Jan, you need to come over. But yeah, Jax, Oliver. Guys, I'm almost done, and we're gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna drop the call link real quick. We're gonna have to look this up, Garcelle and Oliver stuff, But I think they're having sex, which is cool. I think Ashlyn I think they're gonna stay together. I know it's his first girlfriend, but I think that she just looks like Ashlyn looks like a mature, like young lady who's going to mature into an even like better young lady. Like she just looks perfect for him, and we don't even know them. And it's like, I was like, wow, she's really cool. Like, she's a really cool girl. Like, she just seems very, I don't know. Listen, I don't even know her, but like, it's just, I like their dynamic with Garcelle and her kids. And Oliver, if he is with Erica, I'm okay with it. I just want to watch. I told you. I'm just kidding. I don't think Erica has that. I don't think I think she's a stiff board. Think about it. She's with some old dude for like 60 million years. Right, yeah, for like 60 million years, and like, I don't know. Remind me. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't say name. I always say M because I don't like, I'm not really supposed to say people's names if they don't want to be involved in stuff. I do miss her. Don't tell her I said that, Sean. Don't tell anybody I said that. Let me take her name down. Because she's, she could say, she could like sue me for defamation and shit if I talk bad about her. So I don't ever like to really say the whole name. I like Erica Jane. She was like, I know. Listen, like it's weird for me to say, and I'm gonna sound like a flip flopper or whatever, because guys, I was so hard on her, so hard on her. And look, she's gonna get it. She's coming because it's not over. And I know, Aaron, you don't agree with me, and I get my information from, and but I also want to know if Zach can tell us, or who can tell us, now that he's not pooping himself and he can stand trial, right? Like he's competent. Does that take away the conservatorship? Now, are we gonna be able to watch it? We gotta watch the trial. If they don't do a Depp versus Heard thing where we can watch everything, I'm gonna be mad. I might have to come and stay with you, Arjun, and we're gonna have to literally go because I'm not missing this dude in trial. He's probably gonna F everybody up and down. He's gonna probably have black eyes and holes in his shirts. And Girardi's trial is going to be, I know. I didn't know if maybe like it doesn't matter. It's weird. Like I think this stuff made me think about her. Of course, I think didn't you ask me around dinner or at Christmas, and I was like, you know what, I'm not mad at her anymore. Isn't that weird? Like you like hit me that I was like, oh, like I'm not mad. I don't think anything, I'm only proud of him. I'm proud of all of you. Lisa, I missed you. And Ramir, I missed you too. I told you guys that in the chat though. But yeah. So the conversation happens with Garcelle and her kid. She says she doesn't want to be a grandmother, but I think she already is. Right? Doesn't Oliver have his own kids? I thought Oliver had his own kids with her, with the girl, the blonde that he cheated with Rachel Raquel. Let me drop the phone link. Yeah. So, oh God, the psychotherapist part. So, okay. So we have the Garcelle scene, and then it goes to, oh, baby love you, baby love. Okay, baby. Okay, love. Okay, baby love. It's like, baby love, is your mind open? Or I don't know, like I can't do a really good Dorit. I wish that Ryan Bailey would teach me how to do his Dorit. His Dorit isn't a Dorit, but it's his Dorit, and it sounds like Dorit because we're used to that Dorit. He does a really good Dorit. But the psychotherapist shows up, and they like her or something. PK's like, have you talked to her? Do you like? I'm like, you call your therapist? And he's like, have you talked to her? It's like, I don't know. Like, I don't talk to my doctor until I get there, and then I don't talk to him again until I leave. But anyway, he comes in, and this is weird. PK's walking to get to the door, and he grabs it and starts eating pizza. And she's like, this is what I mean. Look at him. He just is not paying attention and whatever. And it's like, okay, whatever. But then you just call him baby loves. And then at one point, I'll get to it. She jumps on top of him, and all we see is her butt. And she's like, oh my God, PK, you love me. Now, look, maybe I'm a girl. And my husband's like very like, kind of like that. He's emotional. He's not emotional. And when he sees me emotional, he just thinks I'm a psycho. And I'm just like, you're Ted Bundy. You're Ted Bundy. You're Ted Bundy. But I mean, I guess PK says it personally. Like PK basically says it. He's like, I think he tells the therapist that her PTSD is obnoxious, and he doesn't believe that it's real. And he thinks that parts of it are real and parts of it aren't, and that she takes too long to explain herself, and it's very obnoxious. And that's basically him saying she's obnoxious. I don't believe the PTSD. They flash back to the Pretty Woman dinner where she's complaining, I don't have my bronzer, and she says to PK, do you think this takes, do you think this happens or something? And I'm like, are you talking about your outfit, your getup? Are you talking about your mental health? Are you talking about preparing to be out in public because you have PTSD? I don't know. Like, I think everything, and I could see where, like, I could see like what he's talking about. Like, I mean, yeah, I don't hold anything in. And somebody told me the other day that I basically should probably put my avatar on sometimes, because my face tells you everything, even when I'm just sitting here quietly listening. You know how I feel. My face is just so expressive, and I can't hide it. I have no poker face at all. I didn't realize how bad it was. I mean, I kind of did, because my sister would text me and she's like, stop rolling your eyes. You look really bored. I'm like, my attention span. Okay, Miss Lisa, I'm going to pull you up, but you're going to have to let me finish the recap. Love you. Okay. Hi, lover.
Love you. Finish away, baby.
Love you. Okay. So the PK thing, it was a shitty thing to say and do, but the fact that he basically pulled the tears and all that, he's like, I'm just trying to understand you. And he probably is. But we know that, like, Lisa Vanderpump's that way too. That's just the way they are in England or wherever they're from. I think she's from Connecticut, but he's from England. And of course, like, he pulls the tears. I can't tell if it's real or not. But he also said, holy shit, he also said that no husband in the history would have put up with something that she said to him. And I really don't understand what part of that, what he meant. Maybe that you weren't there for me. You were, I don't know, building a company overseas. I mean, he was building a TV show. He was trying to beat Mauricio and buying mansions in Beverly, or what is it called? Whatever he did. That was when they had the robbery. I also think that he knows it's fake. So he just doesn't take her seriously. So if he really thought that this robbery, if he knew the robbery was real, or if he had to have been on it, right? I feel like he knows it was a setup. So he's like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you really, what the fuck are you doing, bitch? Like, because he's just sitting there like that, and he's like, I think it's fake. It's very obnoxious. And then he's like, I'm just trying to understand you. And she's like, oh, baby love. Oh, baby love. And like, fuck the mic, fuck the mic pack, forget everything. There's Dorit's ass climbing on top of PK, basically grinding him. Oh my god. He's crying, God forbid. And like, oh my god, first time she's seen emotion from him, probably in a long time. But the fact that we all think that allegedly Garcelle thinks it's fake, I feel like he's like over it, just kind of like, who else made their shit a storyline that was fake? I can't remember. I don't have to say, but they do that. The husbands are like, motherfucker, like, how dare you? Like, Whitney and Justin. Basically, he has fat fingers. That's their biggest problem in their relationship, is his fat fingers. Okay. So anyway, any husband in the world would have taken kindly to what she's done. What? Help you fake a robbery? She's making it a storyline. Like, it could be a storyline that we thought it was fake and try to prove to us it's real. I'll go with that one. I don't really care about your PTSD at this point, because you go to, I like Dorit. I love your dark hair. You're hot, really, really, really hot. But you go to Vegas, you go to strip clubs, you show up at events, and maybe it's not PTSD. Maybe you're just having like freakouts, like you're psycho like me. Maybe shit just sets you off. I don't think it's the robbery though. And if it was, PK would be a little more like, and I know she says, oh, you don't understand the severity of it. And he's like, yeah, bitch, I do, because it's not real. And then he starts crying, and then that's it. Yeah, therapist is kind of looking up. I don't know what about this therapist. She's weird. I think, oh my God, what did he say? She said something, and he was really rude too. And then the therapist had to jump in and say, was that when the therapist jumped in and said something like, only he's trying to like tell you or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm confusing it with another show. But anyway, the therapist seems fake, just like Kyle's therapist seems fake. Because how does Kyle's therapist not know that she has lost the most important person in her life? Like months and months go by, and she does a therapy session on camera. And we know that she has to talk about Mauricio. What the fuck? Like, why are you need therapy for Mauricio? That dude is gross. And you have PTSD, my friend. I have PTSD because I made all you listen to it. That gave me that creeped me out. All right. Before we get into the Lorraine thing, hello, Lisa.
My sweetheart.
What are you doing?
PTSD is what I was raising my hand.
Yeah, go ahead.
All of us women in one shape, way, or form who have had traumatic things happen in our past are dealing with PTSD, even though they may not know it.
Like, do you feel like, so, like, whatever the trauma or trigger, the trauma thing is, it doesn't have to be that triggers you, right? Like anything, probably, it just makes you very volatile, I guess, maybe.
It makes you hyper, in my case, it makes me hyper aware.
Right.
And I, like you, I stay inside. My only connection to the outside world is this phone I'm talking to you on right now, and TV that I watch. That's it.
Is it because of something, or just like me, you just kind of like over people? It's hard to be around people.
It was.
You don't have
it's
to.
been like this for a dozen years, since remission of cancer, because I was supposed to die. So I planned all of those things, gave everything away, that I wanted everybody to have, said all my GBs, because I don't use that word.
Yeah.
I'll tell you I love you, I'll talk to you later, but you'll never hear me tell you that one word put together.
Aww.
And to come from hospice and spending a year in hospice telling me you're going to die any day now, you're going to die any time now, to a year later, they say your brain tumor has magically disappeared. And I'm like, what am I, Lucky Charms or what?
No, that's amazing. That's a miracle, Lisa.
That's a miracle. You should start a channel and just talk about it all day and get paid and inspire people that you were able to come through something so crazy. And then you could still just stay in your house and get paid hand over fist for sharing your inspirational miracle story, Lisa. It's freaking awesome. I'm so glad you're here.
Like, I can't even believe that even happened. Like, and that truly is God doing that. That truly is a miracle. Like,
and I also believe that being on the receiving end of caregiving and being the caregiver for end of life care for my grandmother, for my aunt, for my mom's husband, after my aunt and my mom's husband have been within the last 5 years, even my own husband and his cancer, being able to be a caregiver for everybody else, knowing what it was like being on the receiving end of it, is very, very humbling. You lose your dignity. You lose your ability to be independent, and you feel like a burden to people. So, like when I broke my foot, I was in a chair for 8 months. So I shaved my head off, because I was in a chair, and then when I did get out, everybody thought I was sick again, and that my hair had just started growing back. And it's like,
you like it?
So that's why I have to wear it cut and short instead of long, is because if I do the way I want and pretty much just shave it off to a 2 or 3, everybody thinks I'm sick again. And I don't like that pity.
Yeah. But I mean, my girlfriend has a shaved head. Like she has like her hair shaved and she looks actually really good with it. Like she has like a little bit of hair at the top. You kind of would like, you would look good like that, but like
I do look good bald. I
I
used to
mean,
go outside
honestly,
with
like
no hat on, no scarf on, no nothing all the time. Didn't bother me a bit.
yeah, I mean like a little like, but I'm
And
glad you're here.
showers are so easy, top to
I know.
bottom in 10 minutes.
I was just having this discussion with Candor yesterday about my spending habits, and he said I told my hair is the most expensive thing, and that's a problem. Like, and he's like, he's like, just shave your damn head. He's like, just. I said, you don't understand. That's the one. My hair is the one thing I really like. I'm insecure, so like my hair is actually really short and black, and it's falling out. So
Oh, and she made a comment in there about how healthy your hair looks, and it looks like you had it trimmed up, and it looks really healthy and good.
it's not
And
real.
it's at a nice length.
This is my real. I mean, it looks like this, but just a lot shorter. You can see them sometimes, but I guys, even when I'm not on here, I don't really leave the house without my extensions. It's one of my things that I'm like, that's the one thing I'm holding on to. Like, I'll give up Botox and anything else to save more money. I'll give up all of that, but my hair is the one thing that, like, I don't know. $100 a week, I don't think it's that much.
$100 a week? Sorry.
I know. All right, never mind.
You're in expensive
said that. I just said that. That sounds really bad. That's what I pay for my extensions, and I was buying them once a week or twice a week. But I use them. I absolutely use them, and it's like, like my husband's PS5, $600 or $700. But guess what? He's on it 24/7.
That's what I have this argument with my husband about when he says he doesn't want to direct TV. He doesn't want to pay for this. He doesn't want to pay for that. Fine. I cut all that off. I pay for streaming devices.
Me too. Yeah.
What we watch on TV? No. He don't even know how to use a Roku.
Tell him just go live TV, and he'll find something. I didn't realize it had live TV on it.
It does, but he doesn't, because he doesn't pay for any of them.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel like he has the right to come here and tell me that he wants to watch something. I have to ask him, do you want to watch a football game? Do you want to watch NASCAR? I'll go in the other room. Or do you want to go in the other room? And he'll be like, no, I'm reading my phone or I'm watching whatever on the telephone. I don't need anything else.
So I feel like, what do you think about Erica? So Erica, do you think she has a CUNTY? Hey, Larja, by the way, I love you. What's up? What are you thinking about the show, Large? Oh, she's probably on a phone call.
No, I'm right here. Look, that is somebody though.
Yeah,
okay. So, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is that the show we're talking about today?
Yeah, filler episode, right?
Yeah, it was kind of a filler episode. I guess after talking all that Karen stuff last week and it feeling so heavy for the people, we had to go to this La La Land where the only thing I really liked was PK admitting that this whole robbery allegedly must have been a ruse, because why is his wife still playing traumatized? And he's literally like, what's wrong? You're just being high maintenance, because they know that this whole thing must have been a farce. Or else where's his compassion for his wife who was at home alone without the alarm on and got held at the plane, and then they left her cell phone? I mean, what else would explain that, PPK? KP, unless it really happened. And then if it really happened, then why do you spend so much time still away from your wife traveling? Why couldn't you have just taken off some time to like stay with her? Because everybody knows you're not making no money. You only owe money because you allegedly have a gambling problem. I'm not really sure what is going on over there at their house, that they want us to ingest all the lies they try to force feed down our throat. But in my mind that grew up on Quincy, in my mind that grew up on CSI and with Perry Mason, none of it is mathing, okay? You need to have some compassion. You need to adjust your schedule. And then you need to not be on a freaking television telling the world that, well, she's just playing it up. She's just playing it up. I mean,
the math ain't math.
The math ain't
the
math.
math is not mathing, Brendan, for sure. And then the other part of that scene, look, Will's been on the show for how long?
10
Since
years.
dirt, since its inception.
Yeah.
It's since it was incepted, okay? And we've only seen this girl that they're making all this hoopla about in this season one time as a peripheral character on in the back shots. They didn't even name her the way they put Faye in our face. That one Faye, you know, who was there with the OJ and the Kato and the knock, right? So they put her all in our face. They let her say lines to us for all these years. Oh, this is a friend of Kyle's. Oh, this is a friend of Kyle's. But if this lady is your soulmate, the one that you had listed as trustee, the guardian, she's on the insurance policies. She knows where all the skeletons are. We ain't never heard her name. She never got a proper introduction. Why haven't you ever had a conversation with her that we could hear on a camera? But now you sitting here crying about it. You talking to therapists about it. And that happened a year ago. So why last year didn't we hear about this when you were arguing with Kathy and Aspen about a hat and some tequila? Why didn't we hear about it in real time that you crying all these episodes this time? I don't mean to be insensitive, but I almost feel like, again, they're playing in our faces because where was all this? That now it's such an intricate part of your existence. I'm just not kind of buying it. It's a little too much, too little, too late. Yeah. And this whole Mauricio not being present screams problems. Right. Why was he traveling? And same with PK. Why aren't you just supporting your woman for camera's sake, unless it's not worth doing, you know? And that's kind of where I am. Garcelle and the Sons, that was a cute little episode. I love Sutton. Crystal, oh my God, Annamarie, STFU. Please, somebody, if you're a doctor, I'm sure you have a handful of masks or gloves somebody could stuff in her mouth so we don't have to hear another word. Because she sounds daft. And then she's like, I did research. Babe, you obviously are researching the place that Dr. Tiffany Moon and Dr. Nicole are researching to confirm that small esophaguses are a real thing and that they have to be enlarged by blowing balloons in there. And you're still sitting yourself over in 90210 telling freaking anybody that'll listen about this woman's medical condition. You are going to have more problems than you think when your husband's case comes up for trial. Keep being mean to the people. You're not going to get any sympathy from the people because you are picking on Sutton and you need to test here. And then she had the nerve to talk about Dr. Nicole.
I know. Look right here.
Dr. Nicole, but left Dr. Tiffany Moon out of her assessment. So I'm not sure what that's about. They both came for you. And I'm sure you saw both of them. Yeah. It's just weird, you guys. It's just weird. I'm ranting. Happy Friday.
How come I can find it this fast? How can I find it?
That's because she's looking on the web where they also say that the words her and her husband use to identify people are, so they find the words they use to make them okay, but they can't find an esophageal issue. Whatever.
I'll take 2 seconds. Yeah. Did you notice who jumped out of Kyle's purse when they were driving to the Lorraine's celebration of life?
Who jumped out of her purse? I didn't see that scene.
Freddie Hellenkamp. Freddie Hellenkamp jumped right out of Kyle's purse when she saw the Bravo camera.
Oh my God, Freddie. God, she was so excited to be back on camera again. And too bad we have new interesting wallpaper called Crystal, because I didn't even know she popped out the purse till you just mentioned it again.
I just forgot, didn't I? Yeah, because you know what? So when Kyle brings, Freddie jumps out of her purse, I think that she knows that Denise fumbled, so this is her chance. Let me show my face because Denise fucked everything up. So maybe because listen, Teddy or Freddie wasn't at the dinner, at the weed dinner. So how close to friends are you? Like really, you're at this thing, you jump out of her purse here, and it's like, they pick up Morgan and Kyle's like, I tell these girls everything. We do this together, we do that together, and I'm like, I'm looking at her and Morgan. They look exactly alike, but she also looks way too young to be hooking up with Kyle. Even though Kyle's gorgeous and looks younger too. They showed Freddie's face for 2 seconds. She had she looked all right. Freddie looks pretty good. But
Kyle looks older now than she did 10 years ago.
You think she looks older now, Kyle?
I think Kyle looks older.
I think so too.
I
than
thought she
she
looked
did 10
younger
years ago.
last year. When she
I
got
agree, Lisa. Only because you know how sometimes when you're a little fluffier, you don't have as many wrinkles. So
Oh
now
yeah,
that she's
Oh,
losing all that weight, she's looking a little older.
that
you know,
was
I've lost 150 pounds in the last year and a half, so I totally know. I got turkey wings and chicken
what?
gobblers or
Me and
whatever.
you both, girl. We're gonna have to make a soup with
Well,
these
no,
extra
listen, it
turkey
doesn't mean you
wings.
lose weight, you have it because I had gained 100 pounds at one point and then lost it, and
Uh-huh.
you still have like I had extra skin, I had everywhere. Now I've gained a lot of it back,
Can I
but
ask
like,
you a personal question, Krista?
mhm.
Did you gain most of your weight during incarceration?
So what? No, it was after I got
Because of the diet, because of the lack of
it was yeah, I was doing a lot
food.
of drugs and then I wasn't. So then I got fat for like I don't know, I literally it was weird because I was never heavy. That's my sister. It was strange. I was always this size. Well, not this size. I was always about 130, 140. Then all of a sudden I'm like I literally went up to 225 and I was like, oh my God, like her dude comes home from jail and he's like, your sister doesn't have a neck anymore. It was but then like I got used to it for a couple years. Then I got married and my husband, he met me at my worst. That's why I love this guy. But like when I lost it, I went all the way back down to like 125 and it was bad. I had no boobs left. I had, it didn't look good either. And now I think I'm at a good point where like I've gained enough back where like my face is tighter. I'm not like, I don't look like a crackhead. I don't feel, you know what I mean? Because I was looking pretty rough. And, I was a crackhead. So it took me years and years and years to like get my body back to normal. Like I finally feel like my system's back to normal, my body's back to normal. I don't really work out, but Kyle to me looks like she is on something, which is whatever, allegedly. If she's on the Adderall, whatever, you probably has to be. Yeah, that's another thing, taking pictures. She's a fucking stalker. Sorry, Freddie's a stalker. She thinks that she's like a journalist. She thinks she's there to be like, I'm gonna get she's like, oh, the gnat's back. You are a gnat, Freddie. You basically are a gnat. Nobody pays attention to you. They swat you away.
Taking her accountability coaching
Jesus
way
Christ,
too
yeah.
far.
Accountability. She runs a podcast. How can you be that? I mean, come on. Like now you're an accountability coach and now you're a podcaster, you're a gossiper, and you have to stay alleged all the time. Like, and did you hear my little secret that I told you? It's not really a secret about namaste bitches. Listen, that's very sad and disturbing because if those two people are removed from her life, she has nobody. Anyway, so Morgan, let's talk with Morgan of it all. Now, I did put the thing on there.
Morgan flat out has called Kyle out and said she stalked me. And she says that she likes Morgan because Morgan will always razz her and make her laugh. That's not necessarily a friend. That's somebody who has befriended you because you won't leave them alone.
And they don't live in the same state either.
I know. She lives in Nashville.
Yeah. Bren, are you there?
Singer. She lives in Nashville, not in California.
No. Bren, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What do you think about Kyle and Morgan now? Have you been watching now that we see them together?
Where do I begin?
Do you think they're together or do you think they're related? That's like,
I think it's more of a stalker situation than anything.
I agree with Brandon.
why? But why, Kyle?
Because Kyle stalked her for a year.
But why? They got to be related. Something's up. I don't know why I'm holding on to this because now I'm at the point where they should just tell us. But
what do you think? She's Mauricio's illegitimate child?
Oh
my God!
What?
Why did I just ring a bell for y'all?
That was the burn.
Yeah, Kyle wouldn't be okay with this.
Remember that one?
Love being. I know because he's quiet and he's probably. Are you watching Grandma right now?
No.
Oh, okay.
We kind of had some news about that. I'm not gonna get into that.
No, don't. I'm sending you love though.
Sending you health, wealth, and prosperity your way.
All of you guys, and your mom too, and everything. But yeah, I love our group. Like I know a lot of us, we have the group chats and stuff. But like, there's a lot of times where if I didn't have you guys, like I don't know, it's crazy. I just don't know what I would like.
If I didn't
don't know what I'm doing.
If I didn't have you guys, especially now, I'd probably be in a psych ward right now.
Oh, I know. I know.
I'd definitely be asleep if you didn't live where you live. I would probably, no, I'd be up by now, but I'd just be waking up because I can't sleep. My
Yeah.
husband is such a light sleeper that even when I push in my chair because it's electric,
Oh,
he hears it and it wakes him up. And I'm just going to the restroom.
Yeah.
We've been married 24 years, and he can't get up and go to the bathroom without waking me up.
I also think that I think that Morgan's, her voice is weird to me. Like her voice is she's got such a accent, a country accent, and her voice is very like.
What do you think about mine?
I can't sing, but it's like when she talks, she just like I think what Dorit said, she just doesn't belong. Like she sticks out like a sore thumb. And it's not like Kyle just met her and she lives down the street and they can be like, love bombing friends, but like fast friends when you don't live in the same. I'm telling you, to even go into a DM with another famous person and be like, why are you DMing me? Well, you're famous. Well, so am I. I'm famous. Like I'm famous. That's why I'm DMing you, or that's why I'm following you, or whatever. It's like,
but then to be in a music video with her, playing her significant other and all that, you don't send out those vibes and make it look real and say, well, this was shot a year ago. Well, okay, maybe it was shot a year ago, but you had to stalk her to get her attention.
Yeah.
I mean, like even Shay's role in the country music. I didn't know her, but I kept saying Morgan Wade. I kept saying what's his name, the other Wade or Morgan, whatever.
Morgan Wallace.
Yeah, I kept getting Morgan Wallace T-shirts, thinking it was her, and then Shay's like, "No, we don't even know who she is."
Morgan Wallace, he was a country singer that went and quit country singing and re-enlisted in the military to go back and fight.
I just see his T-shirts. I got a couple of T-shirts. I don't listen.
Well, hang on to that T-shirt. It'll be worth money one day.
Oh, I'll keep them. But Morgan, I mean, she was smiling. She's smiling like Kyle. If they're not hooking up, it's very odd. It's very creepy. Kyle's looking at her all like she's in love with her, or I don't know, or she's her daughter, one or the other. But the boyfriend works for Mauricio. So if you're having an affair or some kind of love bombing affair with this chick, why is your ex-boyfriend working for Mauricio? How did that happen?
I thought she said she identified as a lesbian and was in love with one.
I mean, she's bi. She's bi.
Well, that's what I went everywhere looking for who Morgan's ex-boyfriend could have been, and it won't show me anything.
Joe Link. I go into he has a what's it called, a LinkedIn or something, but his name's Joe Link. Yeah, look up Joe Link and just put in Morgan Wade's ex-boyfriend. And let me get through the rest of the thing real quick, though, guys. While you're doing it, because I want to get to esophagus gate. I know. I told you I'll just mute you guys because I have a hard time trying to. But anyway, so anything I don't know, the whole thing with Morgan, it just is weird. But when we're sitting there with Garcelle and Sutton, I mean Garcelle and Crystal, and then we show the Annamarie part. I am like, you scoured your medical books, and they layperson. What do they call it? A layperson? Is that not a doctor? If a layperson said that, thing sounds stupid, and there's no such thing as a narrow esophagus. It's not a thing, and that's what she said. And she said that she must have a eating disorder, which Annamarie said that is the sign of an eating disorder. Crystal goes, wait a minute, whoa. You just said that. Basically, don't say that shit on camera. But Crystal had one. Crystal says to her, why would you say that? They're not even narrow esophagus. Annamarie, shut the fuck up. You just said she has an eating disorder. So you're trying to say she's lying, covering up for something. Sutton. What in the world does Sutton have to lie for? If Sutton she had an eating disorder or she was an alcoholic, I think she kind of hinted around something like that. And it's that's why she doesn't eat. And it's you would have scar tissue. And then but this is huh?
Pretty much.
Garcelle did not shut her down. Garcelle should have said, you need to leave Sutton alone tonight. Do not say this shit to her. Stop talking about her. And then she shouldn't have went over and said anything to who did she say to? Somebody else. Or she told Sutton, which is, I don't know. I guess I didn't like that. But then again, Crystal was like, she's gaslighting me. But that wasn't gaslighting, I don't think. She just said, what she did was lie. She said, I didn't say that, you did. And she's like, no, you said it. And Annamarie said it first. So this crazy lady, this psychopath, is delusional because she said it. She literally said that word. And she turns on, she goes, I didn't say that. Crystal said it. I didn't say that. Crystal said it.
Wow.
No,
Can
bitch.
can I tell you something? That's the reason I came up here,
What?
was to tell you that narrowing of the esophagus stuff.
Yeah.
I had radiation, 37 treatments, center mass, and I can relate with what Sutton's talking about.
She literally has a narrow esophagus, though. It's a real thing. Like, Annamarie's crazy. It's not from anything else. It's literally.
Annamarie's a nurse. She's not a doctor. She just pretends
to
be one.
She scoured her medical books. She's asked everybody, every doctor. She's asked all the AMTs. She's asking EMTs. She's asking the entire hospital. She called the goddamn president and asked him about Sutton's narrow esophagus. She's literally, her life will be over if she doesn't figure this out.
Yeah.
It's very high priority to her, considering other things that are happening in her life right now.
I don't even know what's happening in her life because I don't really care. I know her husband's like has
her husband's fixing to go to jail, isn't he?
I don't know. I have no idea. But the fact the fact that she literally is I don't know if she thinks this is her moment with Sutton, but you had the wrong horse. You got the wrong one.
The wrong one. Let the mouse go, Annamarie. It will not fare well for you. Sutton is a fan favorite, and you sound stupid.
Crazy and stupid. Like,
and then, did anybody else look? I'm gonna say it as a Black girl. Yeah. Did anybody else notice that every scene with Annamarie, Garcelle was right next to her? I'm like, did they make it have to sit like that? Why isn't she ever sitting really next to Kyle? Are they trying to just see if they're friends? How is this going to jive? I'm not, and that's, we already know it's not going to go well because Garcelle and Sutton are friends, and you sitting here can't keep Sutton's name out your mouth.
It's crazy.
And then for Dorit to pretend that Garcelle coming and telling Sutton that your girls over there still talking about your esophagus is somehow you're starting stuff and then hiding your hands. That was like, you legitimately need to know this girl can't keep your name out of her mouth. Has she even come over and said hi to you today? She over here talking to me about your esophagus. Sutton.
I thought she was going to ask Garcelle how to be friends with Sutton again because she's like, you know her better than anybody else. I thought she was going to say, how do I get in good with her? I messed up. But no. She is doubling down. But the fact that she says, I don't get, you're a nurse, that's fine. You should still know this. But you had to ask every medical professional you've seen. You've all called all these doctors. You scoured your medical books. And there's no such thing. I Googled it in 2 seconds.
Right. You know what we need to do is find out what hospital she's working at and never go there because they will misdiagnose your ass.
Oh my God, I didn't even think of that. And then she even said in it was the after show of her confessional about Nicole saying something about it. It's like, but she was just telling you that I'm not Nicole. Was it Nicole? That you're not right. Like she does have an narrow esophagus. It is a real thing. Yeah. Andy is, see, this is why their pay structure is the way it is with new people, because they're not going to pay somebody a lot of money for them to be a flop. Because look what happened with Noella. Look what happened with the girl that was on OC. I can't even remember her name.
Loved Noella and her stack of vaginas, honestly.
And the other doctor chick that she's not there, Jen, she's gone. They're not going to pay people that, and then we get somebody like, somebody that's not going to work out. She's just not jiving with everybody. The after show's not even having her.
She didn't come in and set her first year ablaze like Monica did.
She don't have anything to set ablaze. What she could tell us about her husband, but it's probably shit she can't talk about because it's in the thing. And I'm just
other than that, her whole topic of conversation the entire year has been Sutton.
That's the thing. Like she has nothing else. She should just stay quiet right now. Sit the fuck down. Take a couple seats because you could go after Erica. You could go after I don't know. Pick somebody else. Leave Sutton alone. Sutton doesn't need you or the show. She's probably got Steve now.
And he was a cutie pie. I think Steve was adorable.
I love his hair. I love his look. I love the way he looks at Sutton and goes, can I call it? He's like, well, I'd like to talk to you more. How can we do that? Like, give me your number.
Her eyes got big. I liked how her eyes got big. And then she realized, yeah, sure. It was cute. It was cute.
I don't think she's used to somebody like texting her and wanting to engage with her. So she's
like,
he likes me. I was like, oh, Sutton. She's like, all like, not even like realizing that this dude's so fucking into her. I think because
Annamarie should get a stylist.
and Garcelle,
Annamarie gets a stylist and
mm,
picks a winning team. Like I would be much more interested in Anne Marie if she didn't feel so forced and up Kyle's butt, like trying to make an issue with Sutton for bringing up her marriage ring. You know what I mean? Like it's
is
just
that
too. I like when the new housewives come on.
yeah.
Let us get to know them without a housewife playbook or agenda and just kind of ease in. Like that's how we met Sutton. Like she was quirky. She didn't exactly fit in. She just kind of came in and found her place. And that's why I think a lot of people resonate with her because in life, we all have to find our place. We don't like, what's that? What there used to be a Sarah Jessica Parker series, Square Pegs.
In the city.
Anybody know what I'm talking about? Square Pegs. And
Hey,
there,
Never watched one. I never watched.
there's a saying you can't fit a hole, a round peg into a square hole kind of thing. And I feel like she's trying to force herself in here.
She
yeah.
is trying to force herself into the group, and it's not working.
No. And listen, like, even Freddie knows how to keep her mouth shut. Like, Freddie knows not to say shit. Like, you got to do, if you jump out of Kyle's purse, let Bravo cameras see it, it's not working. But even she's not jumping in and trying to make a thing. I just feel like, Annamarie kind of, they tried her, it's not working. We kind of knew that because nothing was being talked about really, like in between seasons. We knew Monica, like we knew some shit was happening with her. We knew all about it before she even got on the camera. I didn't hear too much about Annamarie. And look, so what happened with Diana Jenkins too. Andy's not going to pay these people until he realizes they're good. Like I don't even think they know if they're getting paid until like halfway through the season or something. But even like Taylor
forfeited her check by not showing up to the reunion, right?
Huh?
Don't you forfeit your check by not showing up to the reunion?
Yeah, maybe.
Or a good portion of it anyways.
Well, they get paid half. So when they start the first week they get half of it. And then after the reunion, get the second half. So I don't think they split it up like you can't get your reunion pay, but they have to pay them for the last half of it. They got to give them the contract because they filmed. But I think you don't come back.
Mom. For a second, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Corey,
are you there?
Yeah, I'm here in the background. I took the day off to be with our love bean.
Love bean. How's mom?
Mom's momming.
Okay.
We'll tell you off camera.
Yeah, I'll let you know that.
We love you though. We love you and we're sending you love.
Love you more. I miss you guys.
So. I know. Isn't it weird how much we like depend on each other sometimes?
Yes, we're very codependent, all of us.
I know. We even have we have a little chat called codependent. It's like,
but it's a good codependency. You know what I mean?
It's a healthy one.
Yes,
because we've all had to learn to survive on our own.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we did.
I think we've all found. Like, I think too, we've all found each other. Like, because all of us are spread around the world, really, and we've never would have known each other without the internet, without like social media. And
correct.
Like we would say with Adam, like when we would sit and talk about this stuff, like because it was magical when we were in the same room together, like we were all together and met. We're like, holy shit! It's like we've never been. It's like meeting people you've been with all the time. Like we've already known each other. So like we're like, holy shit! Like we wouldn't even know each other without like technology and social media. And he's like, amazing. What would we be doing right now if we weren't in New York at a show doing it like on tour? He's like, what would I be doing? You know, it's like I don't know. I don't think I would be doing anything else. I can't imagine doing anything else right now besides like because and like I was not planning on doing this today. I was not going to do it. I didn't think I could do it, but like I was like, no way, like I have to. And I just I even just doing this for a couple hours, like I depend on you guys. I just because I love
we depend on you
anyway. Yeah, we do.
We do. Show up to give us a place to all come together and chat, and thank you for that, giving us a safe place.
This is the best part of the C19.
Yeah, I know.
Meeting all of you, because without that, I don't know. Right. I don't know if I would have met you guys because I wasn't really, on YouTube like that.
I thought it was a place that you learned how to watch learn how to work on your car.
And and then Brendan got a hold of all his aunties. And he was feeling mighty low.
And my
think
husband
see
doesn't
you
watch
in
any of this stuff. He actually hates Andy Cohen and the sound of his voice.
Oh,
Sure.
sure. I don't blame him.
I can relate to you, so I don't watch what happens live when he's around, but I'll watch the shows and the reunions, and he either goes to sleep or plays on his phone and does whatever it is he does on his phone.
about Andy?
Yes, my
Oh.
husband doesn't like him.
Oh, well, I think he's going to be.
The sound
I
of his
think
voice
next year
irritates
he's
me.
gonna. I think he's going to do something else next year, and
I
somebody's
hope
going to
so.
and it's probably going to be Mr. Bravo. Mr. Who wants to be Mr. Bravo? I told him to go try out.
Do you
Oh,
think
wow.
Andy's firing Monica? Have we heard anything on that?
Not
Why
firing.
would he do that? That's the best part of that show.
Get out of
Right.
here!
Monica's
No
not going
way.
nowhere.
Monica hasn't said anything for 24 hours. That's weird.
Well, you know that
And-
she never had Housewives on there to begin with, so she didn't remove it. It just wasn't there ever.
Okay.
So that's not even a thing either. Somebody said,
think
"Oh, she took it off," but
if they leave Monica, I might watch Salt Lake. I might.
If they take Monica off, I'm not watching it. That means
Curbs, you may have brought me over to the light side. Maybe.
I'm very proud of how Beverly Hills, is not. I'm not looking at it as toxic. I hated it last year. I was like, it's so toxic. It stresses me out. I'm actually enjoying watching the fake Erica not be her asshole self. Like, even if she is, actually, Denise deserved it. Denise had that coming. And
Denise should have left that alone. I think she should have left it alone.
Especially seeing how she was drunk and high as can be and put the coat on upside down.
Well, Kim D said what I said, and I was like, thank God somebody else sees what I see. Kim's like, she was on either a Benz, like something, like that. She's like, she doesn't remember anything. She had to make something up to cover why she was yelling at Erica. Because remember, she did no idea at that night what she was yelling. She's like,
I figured she was doing Xannies and drinking and the weed.
Yeah, I think she is.
It looks like she's going through something, though.
She doesn't. That's not what we know what drinking and weed looks like, and that's not that.
I think she's going through something.
The Xannies on top of it.
That, and I think she's probably always been on and always used to taking them, but not used to being on camera, because like I understand, like that is.
If I was married to Charlie Sheen, wouldn't you be on Xanax too?
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Yeah. It probably doesn't help, and I don't think Aaron helps either. I think that he's.
You think he's worse?
Controlling. You remember how he grabbed her hand?
Oh yeah.
He grabs her hand and he said, "You're coming with me."
Yeah, and pulls her away and jerks her away.
And the daughters move out and say that that it's an abusive. But listen, whatever. Like, she didn't want a lot of stuff said on camera, which I thought was like okay.
Then she shouldn't have started that stuff with Erica, because Erica didn't go. She says, "Have you ever met me? Of course I'm going to go there. Who makes better on OnlyFans, you or Sammy?"
She didn't even want to talk. I don't think she wanted to fight with Erica that night. Dorit made that happen. Dorit said, "Hey, did you?" Dorit's like, because she wanted to be an asshole because she was getting in trouble. She's like, "By the way, did you ever work out your stuff with her?" And Dorit, and then even Denise is like, "I don't want this fight," and Erica's like, "I don't want this fight." So it kind of forced the thing. It made Denise look even worse, because they're like,
talk about hiding your hands. That's exactly what she told Garcelle she did, and she does it.
Do you think that Dorit maybe had her PTSD when her father had to fly them out of the Muslim country that she was raised in and over into England? And that
no, she's not telling us that, though. I mean, if that's the king that she'd always had, she would have told us a long time ago. Why is she?
Yeah, her mom's Moroccan.
Yeah. Her mom's Moroccan?
Yeah.
Dorit's beautiful. I think she's beautiful. I think that I like her fake accent. I like her dark hair. I just think she's delusional to think that we're going to keep. I think she's stupid to keep pushing this, because I think it's Black Eye Gate to me. It's like, we don't believe you. Stop talking about it. You're burying yourself. You're making it worse.
I think
her entire thing on this entire her life, her marriage is all about this PTSD. Does that make sense?
But I think that could be because of her.
Does she really have?
Her parents had to flee a country.
I know, but
and her father telling her to stay calm. That could have been like the starting mark, and then anything after that, like large crowds. I ain't good in large crowds, and I'm not good with you saying, you want to go somewhere? Let's be ready in an hour. I need a week's notice. I need to prepare my mind. I need to prepare my body to leave that.
Where my sister is, that's my look. I'm way better at it because I'm able to show up here and I have to do all. But you have to tell my sister 4 or 5 hours at like earlier than what the time is that we have to be there. We have a big family, so it's like, you know, sometimes we don't even notice if she shows up or not. But my sister Shannon she gets ready and it's like I don't know what happens. She just doesn't stop getting ready and she takes forever. And I feel like, yeah, she needs a week's notice. Like I'll be like, Shan, you want to go here tomorrow? Like I have to give her like a week's notice if they go anywhere with me. She's got to prepare herself. She can't really leave her dogs. My dad's there. She can't really leave my parents. But that's not really anything. But my sister, she's becoming like a homebody too, which is fine. Like we had a blast in our 20s and our 30s. Like we really did. And now we're settled down, you know. But
yeah.
But even me too. Like I don't need a week's notice. But like I have to prepare myself, only not because I have PTSD, because I don't know what happens, man. I'm like the dark tourist, the dark passenger. I'm a horrible person to travel with. Like, you know, poor Philly Diva, when she picked me up for New York, I was just a
nervous wreck,
a complete psycho. Like I'm not ready. Like, you know what I mean? I got like 10,000 bags. I'm a mess. And no matter how much time I give myself, it's like, but I'm mentally like,
sorry.
The shit that happens, like, okay, so now everybody's like, why are you so anxious about doing the New York tour? I told you guys. Did you see what I did? As soon as I walked in, I knocked over an entire pitcher of water on the step and repeat cameraman's camera.
Oh, wow.
I walk in and I'm like, you know, I bumped into Marge and I got like bronzer all over her. I'm looking at Adam and Jason and the step and repeat's there. So we got to walk through to take pictures. I turn around, I knock a whole thing of water over. And that's why everyone's like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you so anxious? I talk myself out of going places because I'm like a bull in a china shop, and it's my anxious, it's my nerves, it's my anxiety. I'm very like, you know, I'm not good around crowds. But of course, I want to enjoy myself and have fun. Like
I talk myself out of stuff all the time. Even on the phone, it'll come up with this message. Are you sure you want to do this? And I'm technology stupid, and I'm like, no, I ain't sure. So I go ahead and I just cancel, and it's like, I never can advance further than that because I can't get past the fear of I'm going to lose my only source to the outside world.
Got it.
I mean, I feel like I want to go and play that. It's not like I don't know. I'm not afraid of something. I don't know what it is. I just start to get it. I like Maureen said it. She's like, girl, you have like a 2-hour window. And I thought about it. I'm like, you're right. But I'm like this whole time, I'm like, I just can't handle people. Like, but when I worked and stuff, like I like to do things. I like to be out, but something has happened where it's really hard for me to go anywhere. Like, but I think about going to California or Florida. I get a little bit of excitement. I feel like I might've been there like in a past life, but like, where Larja lives. When I look at like where she's at in her background, I love that. Like I just see it and it looks like free, like hip, like just manifesting in mud in Jersey. You know, it's just not very just heavy here. And I feel like it's been light and airy, but I can't fly. I'm scared to death. And you know,
feeling.
Huh?
Well, would you take a train out here?
I would take a train. How long I don't know. Is that like an Amtrak train or something? Like,
yeah, you just do an Amtrak train, sleeper car, so you still don't have to be around people, and it's only a couple dollars more, and then you get a whole car to yourself. And that's what me and my husband, when we go places, we always do a sleeper car. So we're all to ourselves, and we didn't even know the demic was going to happen, but we love a good sleeper car. Just pure privacy. And then you just run down and get yourself a little hot dog because that's the cheapest thing at the snack car. And then you come back and if you have your vape pen, then they can't really tell because it's not smoke, you know, I'm not sure. And but it was just a really nice ride. And that's if you don't want to fly, because Whoopi Goldberg doesn't like to fly either. She has to take buses everywhere and drive everywhere.
That was my biggest problem with like going on tour, because them on tour going with it. Everybody else traveled with them. I couldn't, and I wanted to go to LA. I wanted to go to LA. I wanted to go to the Nashville show, and Zach keeps having shows over in LA, and I really want to visit him for one, and I want to go to a show out there with him. You know what I mean? Like I want to go to one of his shows, obviously, but I want to visit with him. And I would like Large. I don't know how far you are from LA, but like there's people out there that I want to see. You know, there are a lot of our friends or people live out there. And
I'm in Northern California, but if we were doing a meetup, I could drive.
Like, are you in LA? I'm no, not in LA. You're south, right?
No, I'm in Northern California, so it's like a good
嗯
6 hours away.
Oh, you were like, or AT2 is like Northern California.
Oh, is he Northern California also? I didn't know.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna have to have a meetup with him.
Are you telling you like
Triangle?
what is Lisa or I can't hear Lisa or Brendan talking.
I'm sorry, I was asking Large if she's up there in the Green Triangle area.
No, Sacramento.
Okay.
I remember when Real World was in Sacramento. That's the city. That's the Real World that was my favorite because
no, that was San Francisco, wasn't it? When Puck was on there.
No, the one with Cameron and wasn't Cameron and Brad. Cameron from Southern Charm and Brad that's on Challenge. I think that was Sacramento. I don't know. One of the C's or S's over there. Sacramento, San Francisco, northern part of California. I would love to visit.
Yeah, it would have been San Francisco. Sacramento is not as citified as Sacramento. I mean, it's San Francisco, which is where that was.
I have a horrible.
That's where they had the openly gay guy who ended up dying of
cup. Yeah,
Harvey Milk. Harvey Milk.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute, Shannon, are you there? My sister's dude. He has a tour bus, not a tour bus. He has a like a RV thing that you live in or whatever. He could drive us there. It's a whole house on wheels. I didn't even think of that. Shannon, where are you? Oh my God, I got to get Carl to drive us to California. That would be so much fun. We would have, first of all, the three of our men.
Stop along the way on I-70. I'll meet you out on I-70 and you can pick me up.
I don't even know what that is. Girl, I don't ever leave Jersey. I know how to get to New York. I know how to get to the South. I know how to get to the shore. And I get to Philly. I don't know how to get anywhere else. I don't know what 70 is. I don't know what 95 is. People tell me, just take 95 all the way down. Sure.
Well, 70 runs from east to west. The entire.
Well, I mean, I don't know Carl's driving, so. But
the other runs north and south across the United States.
Yes, love bean.
Wherever you do, don't go on any bridges.
If I have to get to you, do I have to take a bridge? I have to take a bridge to get to you, wouldn't I?
Yeah, but don't. I would recommend a train or something that doesn't involve going over large bodies of water.
I live in a large body of water. I love large bodies of water. I just don't like bridges either, though. Bridges, I can do it if I have to. The tunnel is what I didn't like. The tunnel underneath. I didn't realize it was underwater.
What?
There's a tunnel, I guess, the Lincoln Tunnel, and then there's like another tunnel in like Baltimore. I didn't realize that they were underwater or something. And
there's a few in Virginia too.
I'm just like weird. And it's not like I'm like, I don't know. It's like I can't even control the fear. Like I start to I have, like when I go on heights, I'm afraid of heights, right? But I'll go on water slide rides, whatever. But when I have to go up the steps, I like literally I'm shaking. It freaks me out. And that's what it's like trying to get on a plane. You can't get me on one. I tried twice, and in the airport, I had to go. I had to leave. I couldn't get on.
Mr. T you and get you on the plane?
No,
or
that's what people say. No, because I can't. I'll get addicted to them. So I can't take anything.
The only way you get me on the plane is if you sedate me.
I don't even want that because it's
being Mr. T.
I'll just get Carl to drive us in the SUV not SUV, in the RV.
I'm showing my age. You guys don't even know the A team and Mr. T is, do you?
I know who we're talking about. I don't know what that means, that ATT me or whatever you said. Mr. T me. I don't know what that means. But it was like weird.
It was weird. Big, huge guy with all the jewelry, black guy with all the jewelry.
What does it mean to say you Mr. T?
They had to get him on
a pitted fool, Mr. T. A pitted fool. And he used to have to get drugged by Murdoch to go on the plane. A pitted fool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they would give him a shot, knock him out, and get him on the plane, and then he'd wake up and he'd say, "I pity the fool, put me on here."
Look, I'm good. Like, I born and raised in California. I didn't even realize too. We were on the phone the one time, and I'm like, "You're in California?" I didn't realize the end up was there. I thought you were in like DC. I don't know why. And larger for a long time, I thought you were on the East Coast too. And then I saw your pictures. I was like, "Oh, she's in California." That makes sense.
Thought I was an East Coaster?
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. I guess
that is hilarious.
I guess
When people used to know me, well, in real life, I always used to wear black. I had a black phase where all I wore was shades of black matched together. And they were like, "Are you from New York?" I was like, "Is it a New York thing?" They were like, "Yeah." So, no, I'm an East Coast girl. I mean, a West Coast girl. West Side.
West Side. I used to, so on camera, I used to wear black all the time. All I had was black. And then last year, somebody's like, "Stop wearing black. Like, you have to wear light colors. It like washes you out." Didn't even realize. I'm like, "No, I'm going to wear black." This year, when I'm looking at the with the lighting, when I wear black, it makes me real shiny, and it's weird. It washes me out. But I was wearing black all the time, like everywhere, events everywhere, because the only time I ever really do this is for this, or if we have somewhere to go, like an event, you know. But like
black is slimming. So, and if you're heavier, then everything on you in black looks good.
You thought larger.
That's funny, Shay. That's funny.
I thought that I'm not NDub. I thought that Naughty Love and Corey lived near each other or something.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, they're both on the East Coast, at least.
They're north. They're in Philly, which is close to me, but you guys are they're close to New York. But you guys, Corey, you're like the other state, the tri-state, but the other state that's over here. I don't want to say it unless you want me to. But anyway,
did anybody figure out yet? Real quick, Krista, did anybody figure out yet why Whitney wore that to the reunion?
Why she wore it? I don't know.
Yeah, was that her daughter's dress?
Is that what she said?
No, I'm like looking at this thing just flashed. They said they did the ratings for the show. The other TV Deets just dropped it, 814,800. So it was a new season high.
Wow.
But they're showing Whitney's dress, and it's just
silly strings. It looked like silly strings.
Yeah. What was her point?
Like one of those neon net things that you pick up your
and then with the ponytail. I'm not sure. How do you get worse at reunion looks? You're supposed to get better.
I thought this was a better reunion look. She was the only one that bothered me. I thought the looks were great this time, considering what we used to get from them.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Remember the first year? Holy crap! Let's pull that look up. Let's pull up the first year real quick, because we were like, it was bad. And look at how different Heather looks. Right? Let's look up season 1 reunion. Look how different she looks. Images. Oh God. I think this is the first. Oh, this is the first one. Okay, hold on. Oh God. I'm so excited. I know how to screen share now.
Maybe they all decided to go to their corners.
I don't think they had. I don't know if they. What? Oh, why? Because it's all quiet.
Yeah. Nobody posted anything.
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Look at those outfits. That wasn't that long ago. Can you see them okay? Do I have to blow it up? Should I blow it up?
Oh, those were horrible.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh. And that's just 2 years ago, right?
Yes.
Oh no. See the feathers. Lisa still looks, Lisa just likes different color tinfoil, you guys. What's going on?
All right, so look, we have season 1 there. That's season 2.
Yeah,
now this look on Whitney, this evergreen velvet looked great. I like that was one of her classier looks. It looked really good with her bob. Who else is on? Jen and Meredith were fighting about the feathers. That was the feather look. Yes. The feather year, right?
The other asshole was there too. That little one.
And then
look at this. Look, Deb shop.
Oh my God.
Deb shop with feathers.
Fashion days? No.
Is that the same dress that Meredith wore this year, except for it has cutouts this year?
Meredith. And it was white. What Meredith white?
It was like silver white. Yeah.
Lisa, where's Lisa? Oh, there's Lisa. Oh, Lisa wore white. She did look like a Christmas tree.
See, I don't like her name being Lisa.
Right? Out like you do. You know.
No, but that lady Lisa in Dubai does.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I hate to tell you, but there's a lot of Lisas. Now, see, I was.
Well, no, it's the most popular name. My mom said she'd never heard of nobody with the same name as me. And you go back and you look 2 years previous to mine, birth year, most popular name went from Mary to Lisa.
That and Michael, right?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, I wasn't trying to do that.
You yell Lisa in a crowded room and 15 people will turn around.
Yeah, I know. Oh shoot. Now, I thought this was the best reunion look yet. I think for all of them.
I like Whitney's yellow dress too. I thought it showed off her tan. But I didn't know it was Bobby's dress to start with.
No, I'm just saying that it just looks really juvenile to me. It doesn't look. I don't know. It doesn't scream womanly. It kind of screams Sunday church little girl.
It doesn't scream redhead either.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah, and her daughter is a ginger.
It does look like silly shit. See, look at Meredith in this picture. She doesn't look the same. It looks weird. Her hair looks weird in this picture. It looks like her face looks like they put something over it, like an avatar.
It's because that neckline on her dress, that weird neckline, makes it look all hunchy on her dress, and it's just a horrible collar. It's a horrible collar line, and it's no. Monica looked great. Heather has been rocking these pastel things. That's almost what she wore on the beach when she was blowing up the spot, but in orange.
But all her confessionals, she looks like a pilgrim.
Oh, right! Oh my gosh, she did.
Right off the frontier, like being the bad woman is not a cool thing anymore.
I'm telling you, like I think Monica is gorgeous. I think she killed it.
I did too.
And I'm not just saying that because I'm Team Monica. I think her look is amazing. I guess I like her black hair. I like her dark hair. I like her. She does look really like. She reminds me of a Jersey girl.
Only she's not orange.
Right. Like, she actually really tan, you know?
But I wasn't referring to you, Crystal. Sorry.
It looks the same, just a different color. You guys are funny.
There's somebody, they're calling her sister gay now because she sounds like they said that on the beach was like, it was like she was like giving a sermon and like telling them what they were going to do. And everybody's starting to realize now that, oh, holy shit, there's nothing about the other. Like, this has all been a big, ruse. Like Heather knew the whole time, and like we already said that. We know that. The fact that we already know that Heather knew, it's impossible really for her not to know. She would have to actively not listen or not pay attention to not know about the cease.
She's too nosy not to do that. She's actively seeking out and digging up and listening. Heather's not one to sit back and listen.
Well, you're not supposed to come to the table and actually you befriend this girl, you get your issues out with her, y'all fight with her, y'all become a friend, then it's her birthday, you bring her to the Bahamas, but you already know what you screamed and yelled and almost beat her up over. You knew that the whole time, Heather. You know what I mean? Like your whole whatever you were trying to do was stupid. Oh, let's let Tanisha secretly record you, see if we can get her to talk shit on people. That's what Tanisha was doing. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't hear Tanisha's voice anything because there's nothing. She had to get rid of them all because half of them are her too. You know what I mean? That's I don't know why people give Tanisha such a pass. She doesn't deserve it. She's nobody. She's not a housewife. She
does not deserve the pass.
No, she's a hairdresser, right? Who was on Heather, and she was also working for Jen. She is just as guilty as Monica. She's just jealous she didn't get on the show. But these stupid bitches don't know how to work their 15 minutes. You don't go against the people that are on the show. You befriend them, and then you make a presence like the chick on Margaret's assistant chick. We know who that chick is. Margaret's assistant on Jersey. I forget her name now. I forget her name because I'm bad with names. But we know who she is.
Lori.
Huh?
Lori or Laura?
No, not her.
No, that's the one that she's mad at. Okay.
Her assistant. We always say her. She was on.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I don't.
She actually lives there now. She actually lives on her property. But I'm saying, if you want to be on the show and you can't get on, you literally stay best friends with your best friend. Don't be a sneaky snake. Don't be a Laura Lee. That's so stupid. Like Tanisha, like why would you like with Monica? Monica probably knew that like she could stop Von Teese. She told them all about it. She had a reason to do Von Teese. Tanisha did not. Tanisha wasn't mad at Jen Shaw. According to her, she was growing. It was growth. So why did you actively try to take down Jen Shaw? To me, if you don't even have a reason, you're a sneaky snake too. You might just turn on Heather one day for no reason, like you did Jen Shaw.
She will.
Why do you want, and I'm just saying, like, why would you want this girl in your house, but you don't want to film with the other girl, the girl that took out? It's just It's all, I'm not like all that rhetoric after that to me, unless you give me something else. You show me that she looks like the other ladies. What? Everybody's losing weight on Ozempic. I want Ozempic too. I'm about to go on Ozempic. She did. She definitely, I think Heather's had some work done to her face, but I think she's rearranged it or something. She still looks inbred, but she looks very rigid and very like mean. Like, look at the look on her face. The way she looked at Monica. Huh?
She has a resting bitch face.
But she had an evil look. She had an evil look.
That was.
I kind of find a clip of it. Anyway, but oh, hi Instagram. Sorry, I'm gonna take this off here for you guys. Why is that up on Instagram? That shouldn't be there. Okay. Here we go. Heather, I mean, look, I want the whole cast to come back at this point because I want this to continue on where they prove on, like, not just the reunion after that Monica didn't do all the shit that she got shit for. Like, not as bad as they're making it out to sound. It's not something where you're gonna stop filming with somebody. Like, I don't understand it's just jealousy. She's gorgeous. She's young. She's got shit going on. She's feisty. She knows how to market herself. She's everything that Heather wants to be, and she's not. Heather's a fan, and she admitted it. Heather was a fan, and she was literally like, "Oh, I never thought that they wouldn't want me. I look like Shrek." Like, we got that Heather who I liked coming now with her. Like, she thinks she knows. She really thinks she owns the show. She's Jen Shaw, but under the wrap. Like, Jen Shaw doesn't know how to keep her shit on the wraps. Heather, like,
and Heather's everything's under wraps. I wonder if Heather was a sister wife.
She looks like one. She should be one.
Probably.
That's why I kind of put the question or put the thought out there, or is in my head, is
a sister wife.
Kind of reminds me of a sister wife who will fall in line and wish wash and back and forth.
I know her whole I'm a bad Mormon. I'm sorry, but if Karen so is Lisa then, all right? You know what I mean? Like, you wrote a book about being a bad Mormon. You're just doing the same shit that they all do, just under wraps. Like, you're just on camera now. They're all bad Mormons. Think about it. Like, you know, Lisa's drinking. Lisa has, you know, whatever they do, and I don't care. Like,
Meredith's not Mormon. She's Jewish, and Mary Crosby's not Mormon.
I love Mary. I just don't know. I wish that she would have befriended Monica and Angie. You know what I mean? Because I think those three could be a force.
I think there's been so much done to Mary, not just behind the scenes, but publicly.
Oh,
shaming her and trying to take her down, that her guard and her walls are so far up that I don't know if anybody can ever break through that.
She came back, and I thought she got her money, and I think she wanted an apology from those bitches. She met with every single one of them at some point. She sat there, waited for an apology. She didn't get it from any of them, and then she stopped filming. And you know what? They all owe her an apology. They all owe her an apology.
And she had each one of them to her house.
Saying, and they didn't even catch on. Like, they still haven't caught on. We know that's what anyway, like, why are you okay with it? Like, if they were so vicious and evil from the time Mary got on that show, every time she walked away, oh, guess what? She gave somebody $300,000. Oh, guess what? She's having an affair. Oh, guess what? And it's like, oh my God, guys, like, I talked to this person and he said this, and he's my friend. Like, he's my friend. This is Lisa. He's my friend. It was Cameron. He said this, he said that about her. And it's like, oh my God, like, really? And then, like, the poor woman, and then the hate train, the shit that was out here was horrible. Because you got this person who thinks she knows about life, and she doesn't, and she runs a freaking YouTube channel thinking she knows about real life. So when things like that happen, she has no sympathy, no grace, no nothing. So she just said, oh, she's a cult, the whole cult thing. I mean, she was looking for her to be a cult. She was trying to find everybody in her family to say she was a cult. Like, I'm glad Mary came back, and you know what? She's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm showing
I like seeing her sit over there and eat her little McDonald's and say, what are they doing? Are they even having
was
fun?
like a little bit, she wasn't engaging, but then I understand why she wasn't now. And
I do too.
The money. Huh? And she
I think
you know, and I don't think
I was gonna say, I don't think that Heather should be allowed to go from a pick-me between Jen's butt cheeks to the HBIC. That should not be a transition that's allowed. Like, How did she get in charge of the peanut gallery?
I don't
We
know.
need to, they need to check her, or we need to stop it,
I
because
think we need to
having
stop.
Heather's chin in charge of anything when the only thing she does is care about who has the most followers, where can she fit in best, how is she going to get more from being around you. Heather's a selfish person, and
Yeah.
we should not let her, and no one should let her pretend like she's in charge. This is not going to be good for the show. She's not an anchor woman. She's
No.
not an anchor woman.
She's
Proved
definitely
that on the ultimate girls trip when her and Whitney
they
went.
stole that bottle.
They
Yeah,
put
she
it in
stole
the
that
shower.
bottle.
They put it in the outside
And
shower.
why
But
is she laughing and crouched down and laughing in the bathroom and acting like she's not there when they're looking for that ring? If it's that sentimental to Lisa, why did they sit there and smile like they were had something? Like, why weren't they helping her? To me, you probably took her fucking ring.
Why didn't Andy bring it up? Andy be asking shady questions all the time. Why didn't Andy bring it up?
He said, submit your questions via Twitter. That was one of them I submitted. I wanted to know if Heather actually found Lisa's ring in the toilet or in the bathroom and didn't tell anybody and just kept it.
I wonder, like, was she, or maybe Lisa was in on it. Lisa's like, oh, like, I don't know. Maybe Heather's like, here's your ring. And Lisa's like, no, don't say anything. Act like I lost it.
You know what's weird?
Understand what her.
It looks like the one. It kind of looks like the new ring that Kyle's wearing that everybody's accusing.
I don't even pay attention to
these things
anyway. I don't pay attention to
Dad,
I don't.
You're hilarious. Oh my god.
I feel like Jen. I feel like when I say Jen Shaw. Oh my god, what was I gonna say about Jen Shaw? Something happened this morning. Oh, she's tweeting. Oh, not tweeting. She's messaging Dana, like from her jail, her prison phone, like the where you answer the phone and it's like you have a call from. Dana's like, holy shit. I'm like, she's like, I want you to put out a thing and with my statement, and maybe we can do an interview over the phone. I'm sorry, I probably wasn't supposed to say that out here, but nobody listens to me anyway. But like, she wants to like talk about the black eye thing and get her name. Like she wants, which I think she should. I think she should put a voicemail out. Just get some money on the books on your phone, and then make a long voicemail about what actually happened. Tell us what actually happened, because she was there. And Heather said,
my husband called while I was talking to y'all, and I told him I'd call him back, and I just now remembered it.
Huh? What?
Squirrel brain. I love you, girls. I'll be back because he just wants to ask me something stupid. But I'll be in the chat.
Okay.
All right. Love you.
Love you.
Love you. Heather was being big. She's just, listen, they're horrible actresses. So when they try to play like, oh my God, I can't be in the same room with you. Oh my God. And then they're like, oh, then I'll fuck you up. And like throwing like flowers at them and shit. It's like all of that for Von Teese. You don't know shit. You just heard that some account was saying all these things about you. And, we even say there was like one or two things about the other ladies. I heard one of them was like trying to praise Heather or something, or all the stuff that was about them was like good or something. And it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm a few days late, but I don't think I have not seen anything yet that puts like Monica in some type of like dangerous like tier. Like she's this dangerous, and Heather. But listen, Monica's not dangerous because Monica tells you everything. That's like Monica's not holding anything back. To me, people that don't tell you about like whatever they have going on and whatever you're going to call and find out about them and say it's like dangerous, whatever, like, oh, she's like sleeping with somebody that sleeps with their brother-in-law. That person can't be trusted. Okay. She had an affair. Okay. I give you that. It sounds bad, but obviously that family or whatever was going on over there, or that she had an emotional, affair or whatever. Like we know now, like what was going on in her marriage, right? She wasn't happy in her marriage. She was, there's DV. And obviously that other sister that the dude was with, like they had issues because they're divorced now too. They got divorced right after that. But like, I don't think for 18 months, that's not like just like sleeping with your, that's like a whole love affair. Like 18 months is a long time. And she admitted she wasn't in love with him. But like, I don't think that makes her dangerous or she can't be a housewife or not be trusted. That's not something like, I mean, yeah, maybe like, what do you think? They're like, oh, maybe she's going to sleep with my brother-in-law or something like that. We're like, I think Lisa said that. What's she gonna do? Sleep with our brother-in-law? And I'm like, so you're like worried? Oh, we're worried she's gonna sleep with our husbands. She's not gonna fuck Seth. Don't think she wants John Barlow. Heather doesn't have anyone. Who else? Chris, I don't know who else. I can't even remember who's on the show. Oh my god, I'm like I have everything. I don't know. I don't know what they're so afraid of Monica for some reason. Like they just don't want her on the show. Like it's weird. It's a weird jealousy. And it's another some people from Salt Lake, the Salty Bus. He's like they were saying they're like literally she's acting like she's still like she's like ahead of the church. That's the way she's acting. Head of the church. Because listen, even when Whitney has tried to talk to her, tried to tell her how she feels, she still has not given Whitney anything. She hasn't admitted to Whitney. She hasn't apologized for the way Whitney felt. You know, how they had the friendship break. When Heather went in on her and just would not like take it, like would not just, say, I'm sorry that you feel that way. Heather would not even do that for Whitney. I was like, man, I don't like her at all. I don't like her. I don't fucking like her. I'm like, I loved her at first.
Right. And now that we know what a liar Heather is, I wonder if Heather did say something to Whitney that year that she was like, I don't know what you're talking about, Whitney. You're lying on me. And then she tried to make it seem like, remember, just like when they were running around in their lingerie, she was like, remember? So now I'm like, has Heather ever been honest? She's a freaking liar, you guys.
I just thought about it. You're right. Because I thought Whitney was lying the whole time. Really.
Me too. Me too.
I'm like, wow, girl. And she's ride or die for Jen Shah. That's our clue. That's our first clue. Because you obviously, and then they all say, we thought something was shady with her business. I mean, okay. And assuming or thinking something shady with your friend's business is okay, one thing. But like this shit that she was doing, 16 assistants, $80,000 on a birthday party. Nobody thought to like think, oh my God, there's no way she's making Bill Gates money. There's no way she's got that much money. Like, what is she doing? And then if you're not paying your assistants, why do you have to have 16? It was 16. And it's like all of them were sitting around screaming at Koa. And I don't know. Like, I just feel like exposing that. How dare them try to go, oh, it was illegal for her to tape it, blah, 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 blah. It's illegal for them to record Monica too, assholes. Assholes. Say that it's illegal, that's a legal thing. So it is. It's also illegal to record Monica and your conversation. So
I think it's illegal in all 50 states to record someone without that knowledge.
Right. And I mean, look, if it's going to prove that things for us, we're not the court system. We're not whatever. We're not judge here. We're just literally the Bravo court. We're Bravo's HR. I said literally like Twitter is like awful, and then like I read it's like the evil twin, and then in Bravo is like we're like the exes of Bravo. We're like Bravo's ex-kid, like boyfriends or ex-girlfriends. Like Bravo treats us like we are horrible people. Like we get no respect. We are the ones that literally talk all the shit, but we're also the ones that keep it relevant. But like I feel like we're like Bravo's ex-girlfriend and boyfriends. We're like Bravo exos here. Because like we fight to be a part of everything. Like it's just crazy. We fight for the attention and whatever it is. But like I also feel too, like I was having a conversation with another podcast YouTuber, like a really long conversation about this whole thing, just about like the whole culture and how like from bloggers to podcasters and how I think it's harder to be on camera. It's easy. I'll record the podcast episode, but like I would rather talk. I'm talking to myself, and I don't like that. I feel like talking to you guys. Even if it's on the podcast side and people don't feel like hearing all this, it has chapters and stuff. But anyway, we were talking about this whole thing and it's what people do to each other. Like, I can't believe that people fight each other and like to get people's channels taken down. And like, I could never imagine fighting with you guys or like over something because we don't agree on a subject or we don't agree on anything. Like the Housewives for one thing, but like me and Zach, we don't agree on Erica, and we will sit there and go for hours about it. How it's just, and it's like pointless, but it's like we're smiling and laughing. You know what I mean? Like it's a huge thing. Like he loves America, like she does no wrong, and I'm like, how do you not see what she's done? But it's like Erin completely disagree, but I forget where I was going with that one. What were we talking about again? What am I talking about podcasters again? And how dangerous. That's right. Listen, we're not dangerous because we have an opinion. Like our opinion of somebody that's not dangerous doesn't make us dangerous. And I think we should take the word dangerous and like put it in the category of we shouldn't be saying it too much. Because I feel like, dangerous to me is like you're gonna fight somebody, you're violent, you're scary, like, or like you're like you have an actual burn book. Oops. I mean, a burn book is like on the next level. Like if you have a burn book, like the chick did on Below Deck, secretly, and it has names from years on, that's an actual burn book. The burn book that comes to the reunion is just like a prop. I feel can't really be mad at that, but what are the Housewives, Mothers of Soap Operas? It kind of is. I still watch General Hospital.
Way.
It's where you write insults and
It was that.
Mine is the burn book is on its own.
You guys know what a burn book is, right? It's like a book of names of people you want to kill in your life. And you just add, and it's the one girl on Below Deck, she had her dance teacher, some lady, and then some pageant judge that didn't like give her, I don't know, she didn't win, and she had like, then she put the people from like Below Deck in her burn book. They had to get her off the boat. They got her off the boat. I love you too. Oh, okay. I always forget to check in here, and then I'm like, where'd Large go? But I appreciate these our long I don't want to call them recaps because I try to get there, but like, listen, I like to discuss this stuff. I don't mind about, you know, if we disagree, I like that because I don't always think I'm right, you know, and I like this help give me different perspectives so I can see like what, you know, I like to learn too. Like, I mean, I've changed my mind a little bit about certain people. Like I've taken a little bit of advice about like with Erica and stuff. Like I'm kind of seeing a little bit. I just want somebody to just like meet me in the middle. Like say she found out like way like a little bit before she filed for divorce. I'll take that. Can we just like settle with that?
Oh, have you noticed she's wearing the panther ring?
She's what?
Wearing the panther ring.
She is?
Yes.
Do we think it's real?
The Cartier.
Who's wearing the panther ring? Erica?
Yes.
Whoa.
She didn't have to turn that in too?
She did.
Had it on. Actually, Taco Tuesday.
Whatever. Taco Tuesday, she had that on.
Yep.
I don't like her tagline. She says that the best thing about losing everything is getting it all back. It wasn't yours.
Yeah.
It was not yours.
It wasn't yours.
It's stolen property, man. You received stolen property.
That's the bottom line.
And millions of dollars or millions and millions of stolen property. And whether you knew or not, receiving stolen property is still a felony.
Happy Friday, guys. Thanks for having me.
You love you.
Love you.
Yeah, I'm all shiny. So yeah. I feel like too, like even if I need you guys and I'm not like and I don't come up on somebody's live, like just coming in and just being around the chat, like seeing you guys in there. Like thankfully, like one of us is always around on here. And then we have the thing. But like I'm having a situation that's a really.
Well, you're doing better than us. That's for sure.
I gotta talk to you guys because I'm getting scared. Because I don't know what's going on, and so I hope you guys are okay, and I love you, and I'm here for you. So as soon as we're done, we'll talk. But
okay.
I love you guys.
Love me more.
And I like that we can stream on both channels. Like I'm like, you know what I mean? There's an option now where like hers is streaming, I'm streaming, like, and you guys know everybody that's on here is a channel. You're an actual channel. If you have a YouTube or not even have a YouTube, if you can log into YouTube, you become a channel. So like I can follow you guys back and you'll see that you have like subscribers and stuff. Like I didn't even know that.
That's either. No.
Thank you. I don't know if you're talking to me or Curves, but I'm trying to get through my recaps and then let you guys up because I get so distracted. But I think I got through most of it. But I also don't like,
Good.
You did good.
Yeah.
I'm trying. It's just no matter how hard I try to not stutter or whatever, my brain just does not let me speak. Like I just don't know how to talk. And it's like I make fun of Teresa, not because of that, but I'm like I talk like Teresa. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? And like I don't know if it's in the water or something, but I'm that secret that I told you guys that nobody's supposed to. I am officially worried now about her mental health and her well-being. Teresa. The lawyer that's her like literally her lifeline lawyer, Jim, that we always see with her. So not only does he want him out of her life, he's trying to run Jim off. He's trying to run Melissa Feaster off the podcast.
Wow.
He wants the podcast for him and Teresa. and Melissa's not budging. And they're still recording, but people were telling me that you can hear it. It's not, they're not doing good. And I called it anyway. I said, and Melissa's not dumb. Melissa's not dumb. She knows, she sees Louis for a reason, but she's not going to let Louis, come on her podcast and further emotionally abuse Vanessa. Vanessa Raj, I don't know her last name, but the things that he wanted to do and come on the podcast for is not what it's for. And Melissa has the right to say, no, I don't want that on my, I'm not going to let him further emotionally abuse this girl and talk about court stuff. That's like, to me, it freaks me out. This judge took his side. I know he definitely had to pay this judge off. I'm not saying allegedly because it really happened. Like, how did he win? He won that court case, but admitting that he did send a fake patient to her work. He admitted to it. It wasn't like I did it or you didn't, you did it or you didn't. The judge knows that he did that and said, oh, because he wanted to know if she was stalking him. You send to me, I don't know if that's a crime, but the fact that you did that would, you should get a restraining order. She should be granted a restraining order to me.
That's what I'm thinking.
But he didn't grant her one, and he took Louis' side. It was family court, though. I think if she would have had it in a superior court, she would have gotten the restraining order. But I think at this point, she's so mentally just done from him. I don't think she wanted to even keep going with it. But, it's pretty fucked up that, like, he wants to know what his ex-girlfriend's doing so much that he's married to somebody else, that he sends a fake patient to her to talk about him. Fucking what, dude? Like, that is so scary and so crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, crazy.
What?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. What'd you say, babe?
She said...
No. She's reading comments.
Oh.
Kim D. Yeah, Kim D. I know. Did you hear that? Melissa was a school teacher. Did she? Melissa who? Oh, Feaster? I don't know. But Kim D, all right, I'm telling you, I wasn't going to say, I'm watching the chat with her and Dana yesterday. And to me, it seems like she's kind of scared to go against Louis. That's what it seems like to me. Because everything that she said, Dana debunked it. Dana was like, well, that doesn't make sense. And Kim can't really say much back to that because it didn't make sense. It was like, Louis right. And he's good for Teresa. And the things he's doing all of a sudden, right? And it's like, oh, wow. And if I couldn't say anything, because if I said so, I actually went into her DMs. I'm like, I was like, she's out of her fucking mind. I'm like, are you crazy, Dana? I'm like, what is she doing? And I'm like, I understand she has a podcast, but I don't know why she should not be okaying his behavior. It kind of scared me a little bit. I was like, Kim, oh my God. And that makes me think that she's in his, like she's around them and she's going to have to see him. And I don't know why she's scared of him.
That's what I'm wondering.
Listen, he's a scary dude only because he's the scary that he's a snapped scary. He's not like, he can't get away with stuff. You know what I mean? He's like stupid like that. He runs his mouth. He tells you what he's going to do. He basically tells on himself. And it's like, he is so fighting with who he wants to be and who he is. That's Louis' problem. He fights with who he wants to be and who he really is. He can't get away from who he really is. And that's an abusive narcissist who is alienating Teresa so much now that now her lawyer and her fucking podcast co-host are not going to be in her life. Probably the two other most people that could help her and get her out of a fucked up situation. Joe and Melissa, they're done. Joe and Melissa are done. And I don't think it'll ever be the same until they have to go rescue her. I feel like I see something coming where like they're going to have to literally like intervention. Like why does he want to alienate her from Melissa and Jim? Why? That's her lawyer. That's her friend. She's going to have nothing but him and his family who are just as effed up as he is. It's like his mom's a therapist and his ex-girlfriend's a therapist. It's like, what came first, the therapist or the kid? Because like to me, he would make me have to be on therapy. I'd have to go to therapy. He's one of those people that literally he gaslights you so much that you think he could probably get me. He could probably like make me think of that. I don't know. He's very scary. I can see how what he did to her and how he got to her. She was so vulnerable. Like Bren, she just lost her mom. Then she loses her dad. She just got out of prison. Her ex-husband's getting deported. But she's on the show. But that's what this point in her life.
Getting deported.
Yeah, he's gone.
Well, Joe did. Juicy got deported, and then all this is happening to her. It was the other kid stuck his tongue out at Joe. Wrestling matches in Jersey have a lot of screaming dads. What the problem is they told them they can't, like, it's kind of like a new law that the way they scream, it's crazy. The kid pinned Gino. The kid looked at Joe Gorga and gave him put his tongue out. So I don't know. Joe ran out there, and I don't know why it pissed him off so bad. He was already activated yelling at Gino, I guess, for the wrestling thing. But the fact that TMZ somebody sent TMZ the video, that is so fucking weird. That to me, it's like, you're showing what? That he is a screaming dad at a wrestling match. If you Google them or YouTube them, you'll see screaming dads everywhere. My dad, my brothers, they all do it too. And, it happens. But I don't know if I don't know what made him try to run out into the thing, but somebody's like, oh, the kid just stuck his tongue out at him. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And that's another thing. Kim was kind of like, I don't know if she was backing up. She was not on Joe Gorga's side. And I'm like, don't make it seem like he's some kind of, like, he's not Joe Gorga. Just because he did that doesn't make him, like, he's not at home abusing Melissa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, it's like a dad, like, even at the basketball games, you see, like, they scream and yell, like, not I scream and yell. Like, when my brothers all wrestled, my sister was like the water person, my dad was the coach, and we would all scream, like, pin him, get the leg. You know what I mean? Or like, you're down there, like, and you're like, like, whatever, flip them. And I don't know, Joe was screaming and yelling, and then I think the kid was also, I think the other dad, I think maybe, because it was in Parsippany, so it wasn't that close. So it's not like they were rivalries or anything. Oh. And actually, they won.
Oh, I thought my family was crazy about sports.
We did it with wrestling and football with my brothers and all. But I'm not now. Like, I'm into sports, but I hated sports. I didn't play sports. I was I'm more of like that.
Anything is not martial arts, mixed martial arts, boxing, etc. That's, to me,
yeah.
I don't like sports that much. Other than those types of sports.
You like watching them? Or do you like?
I used to take Taekwondo when I was a kid, so.
Oh.
Yep, and I was the loudest parent there.
I can
see
that.
I could see that too. Like, you have an awesome mom, Brian.
Yeah, I do.
Awesome. Yeah, I just I never, like, it was always my brothers that were always had, like, stuff for my parents to be proud about. I was like the black sheep and never did anything right until I got older. But he's not a monster. But listen, he's like, at home he's a teddy bear. It's like Frank. He's just, he has like I do too. He has a temper. It happens. It's like road rage. You never really see me freak out unless I'm in the car. I get road rage really bad. I wouldn't say you wouldn't see me freak out, but like yeah. What about you, Bren?
I get nervous.
Me too.
When I'm in a car.
Crowds do. How are you with like say, like, would you ever go to like the Jersey Shore? Like, how would you be at the boardwalk? Because I want everybody to experience the Jersey boardwalk, but
I normally just stay away from water because of sharks.
We're not going in the water.
No, we're not swimming. We're just going to visit Auntie Krista.
Okay, thank God.
I want to show them the boardwalk because I want to, guys. I want everybody. I want you to like come out. We have a place to stay. We could go for the day or two, but like, you guys are so close, and I feel like I'm more peace there. But I mean, I also do like the boardwalk. There's a lot of people on there, but it's like so much. There's a good energy there. But I wouldn't be able to stay long up there too. So like, we would have to stay. We could go all day up and down. We can go back and forth.
Yeah. Okay. That's doable.
I literally Googled I Google mapped me and Aaron. Me and Aaron are only 20 minutes. I think you guys are like 40 minutes, not even. I just did it by town, so. Yeah, like, I'm telling you, like, I wish that they would have showed the rest of the match because there was other people screaming and yelling too at the other stuff. It just happens. Something happened with him that I don't know if sticking out the kid's tongue. Like, I don't know if that was everything because I'm saying that was a little like much for that. But it just very escalated, and they have to kind of remove them because I think there was some kind of like I said, not a law or like they used to let them like yell and scream, but like when they start to fight, but there was something, I don't know, something that could happen. I forget. Somebody said the name of the law. It's like screaming at a sports match or something like that. It's like real like that. But it's like,
and then, yeah, when people yell at matches,
he's like, get the leg, pin the leg. It's like, what?
It's like we're in ancient Rome.
I feel like I like football. I just didn't understand why. I understand football, but I don't know why wrestling is like. I guess I don't know. I guess it's something to sport, but I like I don't like sports, but like me, I love being outside. Like I like to walk. I used to walk a lot, and I'm having an issue now. Like I'm okay in my house. I have a yard and all, but like I used to go for walks every morning. Every morning, I never missed a walk, and I can't even get myself to do that.
Yeah, I still go for walks.
You do?
Yeah.
I love I mean it's a little bit colder, but like I'm sitting out back still, and it's like it's still only like 60 or 50 or 60 degrees, but like I'm still sitting out back. I just can't, like, I'm trying to like hold on to summer, but it's like winter's gonna be over before I know it. And I'll be back to like my plants again and stuff. And that's when like you guys can come down and visit. Yeah. Because I have my whole like tropical backyard. We can go to the boardwalk and have a day trip. Everybody has to experience the Jersey Shore at least once. And why not if I have a place for everybody to stay? I mean, I know
traveling and all, but like you wouldn't have to pay for lodging. My uncle's house sleeps like 30 people.
Really?
It's pink. Well, it's 3 stories. It's got 2 kitchens upstairs, downstairs, but it's all connected. And so it's connected through a stairway, but it has second floor is all bedrooms and bathrooms. The third floor is a kitchen and like a little, like it looks like an apartment, but steps go up to that. And there's an attic that has like 4 or 5 beds. It's the whole length of the house, and there's 5 big beds in there. So you have 3 bedrooms, and they all have twin beds. And then there's like couches and stuff. So I mean, yeah. Like we could have a cash trip, like a Real Housewives cash trip. That's what we would have, like something like that. And I'm telling you, I would like literally, I would punk you guys. I would do everything that they do on cash trips.
Okay. Cool.
I want my girls. And Bren, I want you. I love being, and like, I think we should do it. I want to do like a cash trip with us. And if like, maybe if you guys want to go to a different state or something, I'll try to take a train if we have to meet, larger somewhere. But like, if we ever go, like, if you ever want to or think about it, I would like to go out to California, and I would take a train, but I would like to, if we could plan it and like have somebody come with me.
No problem.
My sister lives in Long Beach.
Never love to go to California.
I heard Long Beach. What about Long Beach? Yeah.
My sister lives there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now out there, it's not humid, right? Like it is here. It's not humid in California,
right?
Wow. See, I don't know what it's like. I don't know what it's like to live without humidity. We always have humidity, so it's weird to me because it makes us much hotter. And then I like in Florida, it was crazy with no humidity. I'm like, wow, or wherever I was at Arizona, no, Florida.
Florida's crazy. Period.
Well, look how our weather is changing. I never had flooding and winds like I do now. I'm telling you, it floods almost every time now, and it was never like that in my yard. All right, guys. I'm going to cut the stream out because I shouldn't have been on here this long. I have some things I got to take care of, but I'm going to need you guys definitely. And I know you probably want to talk to me, and I'm going to get in the Bren and Corey. And all of you guys get in on Instagram.
Yeah.
What'd you say, babe?
You want to do an IG call later?
Yeah, let's do that. Definitely.
Okay.
Just DM me what time you're finished your errands.
Yeah, I will. Cause definitely.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you,
guys. All right, guys. If you're listening still, I love you all for being here. Make sure you do all the things, please. I see Twitter and all that, guys. And Instagram if it's stayed on there. Let me see. I can't see you guys. You guys are messaging me over here. I can't see it, but I never never mind. I never hit go live. I suck. All right, guys. I will see you. What's today? Friday. I'll see you on Monday or sooner.
Yeah.
I will text you, message you, and then talk to you guys in a little bit. And I love you guys.
Okay, love you.
Okay, love you.
Bye. Bye, guys. I'm sending the chat tip.
Bye.
Okay, we'll see you guys later. Make sure you do all the things, please. Follow, subscribe, and 5-star rating if you'd like on the podcast side, which is iHeart, iHeart, Spotify, and Apple. God, what am I done? Like, I'm not even that high, guys, and I'm like, I can't even think straight. I got a lot going on. I love you. I will see you guys later or in the chat. You know I'm on Instagram. DM me. Anybody, DM me, please. I'm on at Reality with Krista. Not the old one. That's my username. The account is the who's starting on podcast. Jesus, Krista. I can't talk today. All right. I love you guys.